LAN show. We've got a great show lined up for you guys today.
Only the best.
Only the best show for you guys. I forget what our headline topic is, but Amazon is going to be taking on Shein and Temu with a new sub $20 Amazon haul. Also, our headline topic, I am less stupid than some people think I am.
Hey,
I didn't say by no, I didn't say by much.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't say by much. Just less. New business, apparently pretty cool. What else we got going on this week?
If you go to websites on boxes, it might be a good or bad week for you. Depends on what you think about certain websites. I'm going to leave that as vague as it is. The Wicked thing.
Oh.
I mean, it's in main news topics.
I know, but
there's literally only
really, we're getting pornographic within the first minute of the show?
There is only two things in main news topics.
I told them it was a good show this week.
I'm going to take both of them, okay?
I told them it was a good show.
It's not necessarily bad. It's just a news topic.
Hot take.
We're not saying the subject matter is good or bad.
All right, just what else we got? Let's get the intro going. Jeez.
And this is, I think, objectively bad. Sony employees allegedly selling personal data of users. Cool.
Way to go, Luke. The show is brought to you today by Squarespace, Ridge, Rocket Money, and of course, our chair partner Secret Lab, our laptop partner LG, and our wrap partner dBrand. Why don't we jump into not our headline topic?
Oh.
And why don't we talk about the channel hiatus stuff from this week? Yeah, we should probably get that kicked out as quickly as possible. I want to preface this by saying that we will not and have not and are not going to be commenting on anything to do with personnel changes here at the company. That is our policy, and that's the way it's going to be. So with that in mind, then, I've got a small FAQ that I can go through with you guys, and that is about all we're going to be able to say about it. So, one, what happened this week? We put 3 channels on hiatus: Tech Quickie, Game Linked, and MAC Address. For the past year and a half, ever since sort of our week of reflection, we've had extensive discussions about ways that we can improve our operations and function more smoothly as a company. We've spent that time working through operational and communication challenges that we've faced realistically since our hyper growth period from about 2020 to 2022, 2023, and even before that. We've learned a lot during this time, and we feel that refocusing and refreshing is the best path forward for the long-term success of the company and even those channels. 2, what do you have planned for these channels? The hiatus is to allow our team to evaluate and refocus. 3, is LMG becoming evil and corporate? And the answer here is, if anything, I think a little bit of corporate responsibility is long overdue. Some business management experience was brought in for a good reason. I mean, we brought Taryn in to kind of take a look at things so that we would actually have a full-time CEO instead of a when I have time for it CEO. We did all of that before the August controversy last year. We did it for a good reason. We've allowed unsustainable business practices to carry on for far too long in our past, and this has caused significant issues to morale, to growth, to audience sentiment that are just they're unacceptable, and we need to streamline things. Number 4 is, can we give suggestions about what we want to see happen on these channels in the future? And the answer is totally. Acceptable places for that would be the LinusTechTips.com forum. We'd love to see...
Probably the best one.
Yeah, we'd love to see your suggestions on the subreddit as well, but it's a little more ephemeral, you know?
Harder to deal with.
A little harder for us to track down in the future, but the LTT forum would be the best part. And that's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Why don't we jump right into... Oh, man, what do you want to do? Oh, yeah, my business isn't stupid. One of the top comments on just about every video about Smash Champs, the badminton gym / LAN gaming center, is that really a business? Like, is that a thing? Like, what?
To be fair, I think you have even said publicly in the past that you don't suspect it's going to be like a super profitable endeavor. You just kind of want it to pay for itself.
Yeah. But I had a high degree of confidence that it would do that.
Yes, that is
and
also
it
true. Seems
seems like that confidence has not been echoed by members of the community.
one of the top comments is also that it seems very cheap.
Well, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Okay.
We'll talk about that. But first, a quick review of Spacejam, Linus's new badminton facility from Mark Makes Jetlag Games. Sorry, what's that now?
It's not that quick.
Oh yeah, it's really not that quick.
A short summary that you have to scroll through.
Made the drive today to give it a try. My usual spots were full. There's a soft opening, so you can register for a drop-in session. I booked online and paid with their system. Okay, I worried based on pictures that parking would be an issue, but the lot was huge, so that was no issue. Drop-in was $12, which seems pricey, but you get 3 hours at prime time, and the courts are
actually super cheap.
The courts are way nicer. The videos they posted don't do it justice. It's beautiful and bright. The change room especially stood out to me. The courts were fantastic, comfortable, bright without lights in your eyes, and easy to see the shuttle and lines. I felt like I played a lot better defense than normal. This may have had an effect on that. Who knows? Actually, it's probably more to do with the high ceilings, but we can talk about that some other time. Apparently, the delay for opening was some kind of manufacturing defect on the courts. It seems fine, but hey, good job committing to the highest standards. And blah, 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 how drop-in works. The pro shop seemed fine. The pricing isn't anything special. Yeah, fair enough. All in all, I was very impressed. I would love to make it a regular location, but it's far from me. So, okay, yeah, fair enough. So that was pretty cool to see. We haven't opened up reviews on Google Maps yet.
I read this whole thing, so I thought it was cool as well.
Because we're not open yet. We're still soft open. And I don't think it's really occurred to anyone to leave a review on Facebook. But yeah, it's exciting to see it not, be totally dunked on. I think the team's been working really hard. I think they've been doing a really great job. And it's worth noting that any comments on pricing, ignore. Because this is soft opening pricing, and I don't know that it will remain exactly the way that it is in the longer term.
Yeah. Random comment on the, I feel like I played defense better thing. If you feel like you're in a better environment, you'll often placebo yourself into doing better. So that is potentially even a thing, even if we're not accounting for the high ceilings.
That probably isn't it, though. So
the high ceiling
most of the centers in Richmond have lower ceilings. And the impact that has on the game is it speeds it up. And the reason for that is twofold. One is that when you lift up and when you clear, when you hit all the way to the back line, you are hitting lower. So it's a shorter time for the opponent to react and hit it back. So it speeds up the game that way. And then the other impact is that it changes the angle of the shuttle so that you are far more likely to strike the cork directly.
So you think he was playing better defense because shots were going all the way to the roof?
Hold on. I'll get to that.
Okay.
So it changes the angle that the shuttle will... that your racket will impact the shuttle. So you hit the cork first instead of it dropping straight down and hitting the feathers and then the cork, which absorbs some of the power. So what happens is if you have a higher ceiling, people are more likely to hit it up higher, giving you more time to get into position to defend. And then the other impact is that it is more likely to be falling straight down, making it more difficult for your opponent to generate power.
Interesting. Okay.
So your defense is probably better because you can see better, because you have more time, and because your opponent is having a harder time generating power. Now, your opponent having a harder time generating power does not mean that our facility is bad because the ceilings are too high. It means the other ones are too low, and people are more easily generating too much power. In fact, for international play, you should have a ceiling height of at least 32 feet, which is about, I think it's...
What is the Spacejam one?
I forget. We're 32 feet. Yeah. So yeah, pretty cool. Very excited. All right. I think it's time, though, for us to change the subject to talking about Elijah Week. And we have a special guest here on the WAN show, the one, the only...
David!
Yvonne.
Oh, we both went for the same joke.
Nice.
Is
there a mic, or am I just supposed to walk on?
Wait, yeah, does he have a mic, Dan?
There is. Holy crap.
Oh, look at that.
Soft opening, you say?
Wow. What?
You're saying
Really?
soft opening about badminton. Sorry.
Yeah, but you're gonna.
I was just
It's
reading
been
the comments.
6 seconds.
You're gonna make a soft opening while you got this while you got this in your hand.
At least use 2.
One
It's
topic's-
hard.
One topic's on brand.
Is his mic on?
I mean, does it matter?
It is, but you guys can't
Oh,
hear
it's
it.
on.
Give me 1 second.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No,
It's gotta
fine, you
get. It's gotta get warmed up. Just give him a minute.
So what are we supposed?
We're introing Elijah Week, right?
Try
Do we have
rubbing No, not the top, Elijah.
Oh, you're gonna get burns on it.
I need to talk to Ariana after
Gonna hate everybody, or everybody's gonna hate you. No, they love you.
No, they don't.
They'll hate me for telling you not to rub it.
Actually, did you know the what? Did you know the trailer for Elijah Week has the most dislikes
Really?
out of all the other trailers?
Wow, what a polarizing figure he is.
I think it was because we kind of like everyone was wanting Sarah Week after she did that pumpkin carving stream.
There it is.
And then the next announcement being my week, everyone was like, no.
So it's not that you're unpopular; it's just that you're less popular.
Correct.
All right, cool.
That's okay.
So yeah, Elijah Week happened. There's 3 videos up on Floatplane. You can go watch right now.
Oh, it happened.
Yeah, it
It's
already
done.
happened. Apparently they're having me after because if I went before, it would probably make people unsubscribe. So they wanted to at least let it finish before. But you can meet the team, which is me. That's hi, I'm here. There was another one which was me showcasing my very first script. This script I did not get hired because of.
I haven't watched this yet, but
I
I
don't
want to
get
watch
it.
this.
Sorry,
I
what
saw
do you
the
mean?
upload.
What do you mean by that?
So I applied for the writing position back in late 2021.
Oh, you didn't
And-
work here in late 2021.
Correct. I worked here in 2023. So either I
a different
missed the
role.
email like for a whole year, or
Yeah, awkward.
yeah, it was really bad. My bad.
Okay, just quick interjection. I unironically, and if you're out there, sorry, I unironically had someone respond to an email from me from 2019, which was progressing them to the next stage of the interview process with the things that they needed to give me for that step. No note of like, sorry, this is so many years late or anything. Just here you go. And I was like,
I mean, they got your attention.
That's incredible.
Dude, I'm not hiring that role anymore.
Yeah, but if you were,
We have a great person in there. I'm very happy with how that person's been doing. It's like, it actually blew my mind. I sat there looking at it for like an embarrassingly long period of time, trying to figure out like, did I do something wrong? Like, is this actually, am I reading something? Is this a newer email?
it's like you've been married for years. You have like 3 children, and this like guy you asked to prom is like, "Yo,
Hey!
let's go."
I am so down to go to prom with you.
Like,
I'm
shows
free
up
now,
at your
yeah.
door, like,
this isn't happening anymore. This is over.
Oh,
Anyways,
that's great.
Sorry.
and also
No,
you've
you're good,
aged
you're good.
horribly. Like,
Oh my god.
man, attending the 20-year reunion. I got to tell you, some people, like, man, do they ever age on like a very graceful curve? And then, man, some people it's just like,
hit a wall.
yeah,
cliff.
that's rough. That's rough. I'm sorry for you.
My
I'm
10-year
sorry for
reunion's
you.
next year. I'm scared to go.
Are
Why?
you going?
Definitely not.
So he's too cool to go.
Yeah.
We discussed this last week.
I'd be too famous,
See? This is what I'm talking about.
Oh my god, that hurt me to say. I'm
this is what
sorry.
I'm talking about.
Do you think reunions like that are of diminished value now that we have like highly connected social media? Because I think so. Now that like Facebook is a thing,
I don't think
like I don't know.
I've always thought that the idea of reunion from people from high school is useless. Because if I wanted to stay friends with you, I would have stayed friends with you.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't know. I was friends with no one in high school. So, like, why do I want to go back to a bunch of people that bullied me? Like, I don't like.
It's also kind of fair.
Yeah, he's
like,
if,
I don't
if
know.
that's-
Above it
if that's
now.
your experience.
No, he's above it.
I am.
He's risen. He's like the cream. He's the cream.
Whoa, soft opening. Anyways, the last video on Elijah Week was creator versus superfan. Cringe name. We both said it was cringe when we started filming.
Nice.
Sammy definitely stacked the questions in Linus's favor.
No, he didn't even.
But if
He
you haven't
didn't
gone and
even.
watched it, you should still go watch it. It's
He
really
didn't
fun.
even. I love this look on your face.
The confidence of you and me being.
Was this even a posed thumbnail, or was it?
No,
No.
not
I feel
even a
like this
little.
feels like it's just a random slide from the video.
I think all three
Yeah,
of
it
them are just
definitely
random
is.
slides from the video.
Are you going to explain what creator versus superfan even is? Or are you just going to leave them
I
with
figured
that?
out. No, basically, what happened was based on the Sam upgrade video we did a couple months ago. There was one snippet in that video where Linus mentioned that I have an encyclopedic knowledge of LTT and everything. And
Like our videos.
I've been surprised by this.
yeah,
a few
like
times.
no, but it's a thing.
It's actually like
it's a thing.
James
Someone
asked
will
me
be
today.
Like, yeah.
and I got an answer.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you come on my podcast and instead of me talking, you talk?
That sounds good. It is Elijah week.
That's a pretty good point.
No. I was trying to pump you up. I was trying to
feel
fluff
like
your
you're
feathers.
bullying me.
No, I
It's
was
like
try-
high school again.
What's going on? What's up?
Talking bad about me.
No,
What do you mean?
no one's talking bad about you, Sammy. You're doing great.
Yeah, we're not talking bad about you right
Yeah,
now.
not right now.
That was before.
You're doing great.
Anyways.
Go watch the fight. Okay.
I'm working.
Anyway, what I was going to say was
Then why are you here?
there's literally been times when we've been looking for like a prop or like a product, and Elijah will be like, yeah, there was that video like 2 years ago where you guys used it, and we like go and it's like still there. Like that has actually happened. So his knowledge of our videos is actually unsurpassed, or at least that was the theory.
Yes.
Where does your encyclopedic knowledge begin?
Ooh, I would say Langley House. I watched during NCIX days, but I would say
I mean, you were like 9.
yeah,
so.
exactly. So I would say that I became kind of a hardcore just watching LTT every day when you guys were in the Langley House.
That was a very based period of time to be watching
Yeah.
every day.
I remember when you guys passed 1 million.
Everyone agrees that the content was better then and has only been downhill since then. so-
100%. Whole room water cooling too. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, who even are these like ancillary characters we have now? What the is an Elijah?
I remember when in the Langley house we started scripting videos
he's a prophet.
for the first time, and it was like controversial.
We did what? Sorry?
We started scripting videos for the first time.
Oh, I know. Super controversial. You know what sucks about that though? I used to be like so good at ad-libbing,
You were.
and I suck now. Like I have to do multiple takes of things.
I used to have some of
That's
that
for losers.
because of hosting live at shows, and now I don't have it anymore.
Yeah. Like
Not at all.
dude, it's a thing that you can practice and you can get really, really good at.
Yeah.
Like the whole getting a product briefing on something and being like, okay, shut up. Turning to the camera and nailing it. Like
And
you
then
can,
doing like 8 more of them in the same day.
yeah, you can practice it, but if you don't practice it, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. It is not like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Okay? Elijah could do it someday.
Maybe I'll ride a bike. That was the
No, I was alluding to that
Wear
you
a
don't know
helmet.
how to ride a bike.
Wear a helmet.
Oh, yeah, well. That was actually up for debate being the 3rd video on Elijah Week. I had pitched backflip tutorial. Colton had denied that,
Yeah.
which
Why did you even ask Colton?
I didn't. I asked,
How was that
I
even
asked
his
Sammy, and
What if-
I said we should beg for forgiveness instead of ask for permission.
Absolutely not.
What if they went to like a gymnastics center?
I don't care. Look, he's talked about this publicly already, so I'm not disclosing personal medical information that he hasn't already put on the internet for some reason. Elijah has had half a dozen concussions.
Which is bad.
Literally, the last one had to relearn his own birthday.
Dude, listen, I'm building.
So when I say no
Really?
f***ing
Yeah.
backflips,
Whoa.
it is coming from an extremely serious place. And I am saying that is not happening at work or for clout on my watch.
I'm building resistance, though. The
That
more
is-
concussions you have,
Not how it
No,
works.
fake news.
That's obviously fake news.
Fake
Don't believe
news.
that, please, for the love of, please.
Very much the opposite, really.
So when I'm talking about this and I'm like, no, Elijah's not allowed to do backflips. It's not a meme. I'm not memeing. I'm 100% serious.
But
No.
yeah, I mean, why was Riley allowed to do one in his trailer?
I don't think he.
Elijah.
To be fair, I didn't know Sammy recorded that. And
My,
didn't know
um,
that he was putting it in that video
My
until you saw it.
dad had a thing that he used to say to me, okay? And I'm probably revealing more about my childhood than I ever have before, but he used to say, "You're cruising for a bruisin."
What does that mean? Can you show us?
I'll let you figure it out. Dan, cover the camera.
Oh, God.
So,
Anyways.
no backflips.
Oh, no.
Linus, please don't get blood on this set.
Ow. Ow.
Do you know how
okay.
hard it is to get blood out of this carpet?
I mean, look, since we're being very honest right
probably
now,
wouldn't see it.
why don't we just reveal why we have a wrap sponsor for the show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
To cover the table.
Oh.
just in case
You know,
something gets on it.
This would probably make it easier to clean too. I don't know about that, but I'm assuming.
This is really
dBrand's
scary.
skin's cleaned very easily with a soft cloth.
Over 1,000 men tested. Man-hours tested.
Fortunately, no one's seeing this because everyone's watching the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. Because otherwise, we are so canceled right now.
Well, no, they'll watch the VOD, so we're
Yeah,
screwed
it's
either
funny.
way.
We can delete the VOD. We're good.
That's true. We can do that.
No, it goes up.
I was actually asked to come on here not only to promote Elijah Week, but apparently talk about one of the topics.
Oh,
What
Did you want to
topic?
talk about it?
why'd you pick that one?
I have a screenshot from James that says, am I allowed to say the P word? Like corn?
Oh,
Am I allowed to say that?
of course you picked that one.
Okay, I'll say corn.
Yeah, because of course he did.
No, I didn't.
Guy's a f***ing degenerate.
No, listen.
It's literally he's owned it to the point now where we can't even
I honestly-
criticize him for it anymore.
I already forgot about that whole topic, so I was really trying to be like, what one would he have picked?
I sent James a couple, and I was like, here's the ones that like I'm fine and comfortable talking about on stream, and he said,
How about we go with seafood?
he said, pick the corn one. That's on brand for Elijah.
You can say prawn.
Prawn? Okay.
We'll go with seafood.
Sure.
So this is a very seafoody topic. Why don't I do just the talking points and then we'll open it up to discussion. I'm
What,
sure you'll have
you're
some
just, like,
thoughts.
reacting?
I know about it.
The original article is from The Verge, also CNBC. Basically, this has been reported on. Wicked, originally a Broadway musical, by the way, excellent, so good, is getting a theatrical release on November 22nd. Toy company Mattel released a variety of dolls and other toys which, pun intended, were for purchase in stores and online retailers. On the packaging was a link to a website, www. Please don't go there right now, especially not at work or if you're in a family setting. Well, you know what? I'll just say this. www.thenameoftheshow.com. I'm just going to not say it, which led to not the show. Well, it's a show of sorts.
It's a different show.
A seafood show.
Don't link it in chat, Mike.
Stop it, you guys.
I've got it on my third monitor.
Stop!
To be fair, I did fact check this at work, so sorry, Luke. Just wanted to
I was joking.
Wait, did you actually?
No, of course not. I'm not a psycho.
So the link was...
I'm going to check.
The link was supposed...
I will not.
The intended link. Shut up. The intended link was wickedmovie.com. So that one we can check. Okay, we're going to go...
Don't share the screen, just in case.
We're going to go to wickedmovie.com and hopefully nothing bad will happen.
Okay, we're good.
All right. Okay, wickedmovie.com, November 22nd. Everything is okay. And we're still live on Twitch. Mattel has since apologized for this and removed the toys from online storefronts. Quote, parents are advised that the misprinted, incorrect website is not appropriate for children or Elijah. Sorry, I added the last bit. However, the removal of the toys didn't stop scalpers from trying to buy what remained on physical shelves, flipping the original misprint for as much as $2,100.
To be fair, I don't know if any sold yet.
Let's open up. Let's open up for discussion here. Our first discussion question is, do you think this type of thing happens often in media and we just don't hear about it necessarily? E.g., phone numbers, addresses, or other, placeholder info or supposedly fake info. Do you think this happens all the time?
I actually put a note in there. This happened in one of our videos, where we had put a placeholder or something.
Is this the encyclopedia knowledge thing, or were you a part of it?
I was a part of it, and it became a big thing after.
What was this?
What did
I'm
we
not
do?
going to say the exact video because
Yeah.
I don't want people to try to archive, like go back and find it or whatever. But there was
Okay.
an address in a video that we had put that was supposed to be fake.
Like
And
a 1, 2, 3, 4 fake street, except fake street is an actual thing.
it ended
kind
up
of
being
thing?
a real place. And we didn't realize it until a day later because someone had left a comment. It was one comment on the video. Like, no one else had decided to go check this. And we did check it, but we must have either misspelled it or got it wrong or something. But then all of a sudden I get a message that said, is this an issue? And I was like, probably. It was some random address.
You gotta just use 1600 Pennsylvania, the like Whitehouse address.
Yeah.
Yeah. My official address on Netflix is still the Whitehouse.
Nice.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised if
Nice.
they mail like pamphlet things addressed to me at the White House every once in a while. And the thing is, I haven't only done that on Netflix. There's some sites that'll automatically block it if they see that, but that's been on a bunch of sites, so that like they almost certainly have.
Speaking of the White House, that's another
good
famous
stuff.
example of the importance of top-level domains.
Oh yeah.
Do you not know about this one? It's whitehouse.gov.
Yeah.
That's the right one.
Yeah.
Don't go to any other TLD.
Someone linked it. Is it bad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Please remove it.
Well, it was at
They
some
said
point.
it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be. It used to be
You're getting close.
It used to be a seafood website.
Oh, there's a lot of them out there.
Well, seafood's very popular.
Most of the internet is seafood.
I hear the 4th most visited website is a seafood website.
Is it?
It's in the top 10. I know it peaked at 4 at one point.
That's a little
Probably during
surprising to me.
COVID.
TGA Fridays, unlimited shrimp.
And I know in the top 20 there's like
That would-
3 or 4.
That would be a really interesting dive, actually. What happened to the internet during COVID? Like, how did people change how they used the internet when they were all stuck at home?
There is an amazing
We could have a whole series. We could call it Divers and look into the things that
Look
happened
into
on the internet.
seafood.
Seafood divers.
trends. There's an amazing graph for Twitch when COVID happened during
Yeah.
Twitch. It's like, oh yeah, we're slowly growing, and then April, like just like it
Explosive.
doubled.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think this happens in any other media though? Can you think of any other examples?
absolutely.
Like,
I've heard of this type of thing happening before, but I don't have examples off the top of my head.
I don't know if this one is true, but apparently there was a tip line that the U.S. military published, and it was accidentally like a pay per minute phone line. I have not validated that, but it wouldn't really surprise me that much because a lot of those high-priced, like 1-800, like paid numbers were that. So if you were to accidentally typo it, it would be pretty easy for it to be one of those.
okay, and then going into question 2 though, what do you think? How long do people have to hold on to these domains or phone numbers?
Yeah. So that was my discussion question that I put in, because in some cases it can be a situation where you publish printed materials. So whether it's on a package for a product, or whether it's on a pamphlet, or whether it's on who knows, a sticker, like it doesn't matter. I come across all the time whenever we look at anything retro, like games, for
The
example.
Nintendo helplines.
Yeah,
on, like,
they'll have
everything.
help support lines. They'll have websites. How long is like the statute of limitations for having to keep paying for that domain? I mean, not every website can be freaking spacejam.com, okay?
Space Jam.
Uh-oh, what's going to load?
Is this the White House?
No way.
You told me to not go to it, and you went to it.
No, yeah, I said not to. I went to .org.
Oh, or
Spacejam
.gov, you
is
mean?
spacejam.com is down?
Can we buy it?
No way. It like tried to redirect me to Space Jam New Legacy, like the new one.
Oh, womp womp.
I didn't know that spacejam.com was down.
You got to go to spacejam.com/1996.
Oh, that sucks.
It does kind of suck. Because did they do a new movie or something?
Yeah, they
New
did.
Legacy.
Yeah. Apparently it was like not very good, but like realistically, was the original one really good? I don't know.
Yes.
I didn't rewatch
Yes.
it.
Wrong.
In my nostalgia glasses, it's good. Don't worry, Luke. I'm with you. But I'm not going to rewatch it just in case it's actually garbage.
I honestly don't even know. I don't think I've seen the whole first one. I've
It's
seen
great,
bits of it.
but it hasn't held up in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So how long should they be responsible for continuing to pay the renewal fees for a domain?
Would you have to just like pay up front for that whole time or something to like prove that you're actually going to do
Because
it?
you can buy 100-year domains, right? Like I understand it's expensive, and especially if you're getting like, I don't know, x.com, because that's going to cost $1 million or whatever. But at that point, if you're launching some big product and getting a new domain name for it, you should buy 100 years.
Sure, but why should you have to do that?
We don't.
I don't even. Yeah, we don't. We've had domains like, I think. Do we still have? Hold on. Oh yeah, we apparently still have this.
When I was doing an eval, I had so many questions about that domain.
This is f-ingyourwallet.com, which we included in one of our videos ages ago. As
So many questions.
whoops, hold on. What just happened? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's working now. So this was included in one of our videos like a bazillion years ago and is just a simple little game where you dodge the expensive products. There's Razer laptops.
Hey, why does the money spent go up even if you don't touch the product?
I don't know. You're just spending money because
We live in a society.
Yeah, your wallet,
Oh,
right?
okay, so it's like rent and
Yeah, so it's Razer
taxes and
laptops,
stuff.
iPhones, and Red cameras that just come flying out of nowhere, and you have to try to dodge them.
genuinely really hard.
It's super hard. It's easier on a bigger
I was
screen,
gonna say you're also on a trackpad.
and I'm on a
Oh,
trackpad.
yeah,
so,
fair. But some of them come in.
yeah,
real
no,
fast.
they come. Those red cameras come in hot, brother. they come in real hot, and I think the red cameras target you, so you have to be constantly moving if you want to dodge.
Oh god.
Like this is a question that I legitimately have. How long do I have to keep paying for this stupid domain because we made a video with this joke in it? Like these are iPhone 7s or something. Like this is from like 7 years ago.
We should make a mirror of LTTStore.com where everything's just like 10 times the price and then just redirect that to it. See if anyone buys anything.
Can
That way
we,
you
pr-
can keep
can we
affording
promote
the domain
Luke?
going forward? Because if someone
Yeah, that would help
purchases-
cover our like old domains. And like there's lots of domains that we've bought over the years because we've like, I don't know, thought like, did we buy makeupforbros.com?
I think so.
I think we might have bought that at some point because I thought it'd be like a cool channel idea like 12 years ago. Like men's makeup tips and stuff because men's makeup was totally becoming a thing.
Yeah.
We bought adequate
Adequate video service?
yeah, we bought adequatevideoservice.com.
I remember some videos where you jokingly said a URL, and then at the end of the video, I hear you go, "Please go buy that right now," and then I went to it, and it just redirects to LTT Store. So like
Yeah.
every time you crack a joke, and I
God,
think part of it
we've
also
let some
though-
of those go over the years.
Sure,
Yep.
but I think part of it also though is like if you do say that or claim it, and then people who trust you are trying to go to them. In the case Wicked,
You don't
Right?
want it to.
be malicious. You don't want it to
Yeah.
go to something
You also
else.
don't want someone to be able to get it and then set up a site that looks like yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons that we've stopped memeing on like coming up with domain names
We used
on
to
the
all the
show
time.
because people would buy them and it became like a thing and they would redirect them to LTT Store or to the forum or whatever.
Hoping that we would say that it did that.
Yep. And then conceivably, I don't think anyone ever did this, not that I'm aware of, but conceivably after we talk about it, they could
I know of a singular bad example.
You do. Okay.
yeah.
So they could take that domain and they could use it to harvest data. They could redirect it to somewhere malicious, and we would feel bad about it, whether we're responsible for that or not. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, and you're not a cop, so who knows? But I'd feel hurt in my feelingsies. So we don't do that anymore.
It's fair. All right. Well,
Someone just said, where is it? One sec. Someone just said adequatevideoservice.com should redirect to Flowplane. It does.
That one we own, so it's fine. And I don't think we're going to get rid of that one because I
No,
keep
probably
telling
not.
Luke that I've wanted it for years to be like something that if people dug deep enough into Floatplane's sort of workings, they could like find it. Does it actually like run any services
I
right
don't
now?
remember this. I think at one point we like thought about it. I don't remember if we actually did it or not.
Okay, I still want it to.
Yeah.
That's Floatplane,
Yeah,
adequate
it's
video
development.
service.
It's an old joke, but it checks out.
well, cool.
Okay.
Is this you wanting to leave?
I don't know if I'm supposed to.
I feel like I'm like Elijah's dad. He's trying to get off the phone. He's
Well, no,
like,
I don't
okay,
want to. I don't want to
all right.
overstay my welcome. I'll stay here all day if you guys need me to. I just don't want to overstay my welcome.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
I had to change because of him.
We were wearing the
What?
exact same clothes,
Oh. Oh, wow. Really? You had a red sweater?
and we both had the cargo pants.
Oh, wow.
What sweater are you wearing?
Oh.
I actually don't know the name.
Really?
I just got it given to me.
Okay.
It's like
Tell you
a
what, Elijah.
it's like a
What's on the front of it?
a plant.
A tree,
Okay, and what's it made of?
wires,
Okay, try again.
cables.
Try again.
Both technically correct.
Thanks, Dan.
Starts with a C.
Well, cables.
Starts with C-I.
It starts with a K.
Does not.
Circuit.
There you go. So it's a what?
Yeah.
It's a tree that's made of circuits.
Okay, try it in the other order.
It's a circuit that's made to look like a tree.
Okay.
Now reduce.
Now shorten it.
It's a circuit that looks like a tree.
Reduce more.
Oh, circuitry! That's so good.
It's good.
So yeah, we were accidental twins today. We even are both wearing black shoes with white
Oh, yeah.
soles.
I can't get my leg that high.
Yeah, which is why I don't let him do backflips.
Oh my god.
So
I can do a backflip.
I believe you.
So
I
then let's
don't
show the
wish for you
people.
to show me. No, I don't want you to show me. Okay, you can
That's
go.
on the under table
Bye,
camera.
everyone. Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Where do I put this?
Just on the ground.
Floor.
Matt Man says, OMG Elijah, I wanted to believe he was being deliberately obtuse.
I don't know. Sometimes the brain just doesn't do stuff. Muted? Who's muted? Which one of us?
You were muted,
He's
but
not
now
a
you're
obtuse.
not.
He's a cute. Oh, okay, get out of here. Go watch your fight.
Reporting that. Oh no.
Small angle.
All right. Want to 1v1 me? Hiatusyourwallet.com.
Oh wow.
Dan, do you want to set a timer?
Yeah, sure. I wonder if I
I
still.
feel like this is gonna be really hard on trackpad.
I wonder if I
Okay,
still
let's
have
do it.
that timer for the Wheel of Pain.
Okay, no, hold on. We'll have to start at the same time. But yeah, you can warm up. Get warmed up. Get warmed up.
Can I do this as an overlay?
Okay, we're doing this
Oh
thing.
no! Oh no! It starts to go off the rails so fast. Oh!
Okay, 1 minute timer. Oh, dude, he's got it. Look at it. Look at him go.
Is that a 1 minute timer?
I don't know.
It's
Looks
a
like
2 minute timer.
something.
Okay.
You could just time it on your phone.
Are
It
you
doesn't
ready?
matter. Okay, so we'll press F5 to start.
Yeah.
And then, can you show our screens?
Do you
have that power?
Both might
Of
be
course.
tough.
Sure.
You might need a sec to figure it out.
What camera are you on right now?
You can also just
What
switch
camera
between
am
us.
I? And then we go layers, and then we go.
Dude, if you just stand in one
9.
spot, you spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
The reds, man.
And then we go.
The Reds are pretty. They're pretty brutal. They're gonna get you. Those Reds, they add up real fast. Okay. That looks good enough to me.
It's so hard on the trackpad. Oh.
Look at this guy. He's such a sweaty gamer
Always.
that he has to wipe his hands off before he plays.
Yeah. This is
Literal sweaty gamer.
yeah.
All right, let's do this thing. I hadn't thought about this site in so long.
What's hosting it?
I don't know. I mean, you tell me.
I think this is like way pre the infra team. This is
Yeah.
probably on like some Jake thing.
You think so?
Probably.
Oh, that actually kind of makes sense. That's hilarious. Well, who even made this game?
I have no idea.
I don't remember anymore.
I don't think it was my group.
Are you sure?
I immediately started questioning that in my head when it came up on screen, but I don't.
I
think it was.
actually don't remember. This was so long ago.
Some Jake thing. Ouch. That's not an ouch.
Yeah.
He just has a lot of different things. I can't really like
Yeah,
define
who
it.
can keep track of it? Okay, Dan, that's good enough. Just set a timer on your phone. It's fine.
No, you just have to call it, and then it counts down. See?
Oh, brilliant.
Countdown. That's
Okay.
what you wanted, right?
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, F5. Here we go. Here. Oh God! I got hit by 2 Reds already, dude. I am like done. I don't think I will never financially recover from this. You can't hang out at the edges. I got hit by another Red.
I'm dodging. I'm dipping. I'm weaving.
I'm trying. I'm making. Oh no! Oh my God! Look, guys, this is way harder. Oh shoot! It's way harder than it looks. I think I was doing better before I was competing.
No.
Okay, hold
What's
on. I'm
the
on a streak.
timer?
No, no.
20 seconds.
Oh crap!
That's so long. No. Okay. Shoot. Focus.
I'm pretty sure he's crushing me. Oh my God! 2 more iPhones.
10 seconds.
2 more iPhones. Another razor blade. Oh my goodness! I had 3. 3
4,
red cameras
3,
come for me.
2, 1. And the winners look. $300,000 spent to
Dude.
Linus's $930,000.
I got hit by so many red cameras. All right, you can get rid of that.
That's going to take like half an hour. Sorry.
GG. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna just cool. There we go. Now I can close that. What are we supposed to be talking
Let's
about?
talk about announcements.
What even is this show? I can't even tell anymore. It doesn't matter, does it?
Like, was less than 50K for so long. Yeah, I was killing it for a while, and then I started getting smacked.
Those red cameras, dude, they come out of nowhere.
So brutal. They're so fast, and they crank your score up so much. Anyways,
GG, brother.
GG indeed. Yeah, we're doing announcements.
Yeah, let's do it. Did you just call them merch messages? We're doing
merch messages. We're doing merch messages.
Oh, right.
First.
Okay, explain merch messages.
Do we get... Here's a question before we do that. Do we get a new name for it?
What?
I'm not even part of that team.
Oh.
I'm kind of tired of it being called merch.
That makes sense.
What do you,
I
what do you
keep
call
seeing-
bonus bin items?
What do you guys call the bonus bin items again?
That's an internal name. We don't need to talk
it's
about
something,
that.
it's something totally stupid.
I
It's
want
like
the merch messages named
the free,
like that.
free item upsell or something.
Free upsell. It's the fuss. The free upsell shelf. That's an internal name, okay?
I want merch
Internal
messages
name.
to sound
Okay.
like that.
Oh man, yeah, okay. So what are other competing products?
upsell message?
You got super chats. That's what YouTube calls them. You've got Twitch bits or cheers or well, they've got like a billion different ways you can throw money at the screen on
Additional
Twitch.
live order comment.
What is that? ALOC. Yeah, that's really not rolling off the tongue, Dan.
Yeah, that was the point.
Money talks. Money talks. Yeah, it's not bad. Super bits. Parasocial message.
Parasocial message is pretty funny. Super bits is pretty funny.
Send me a PM.
Like which one of you is going to sue us? We took half of both of you.
Okay. Totally changing the subject. Why did we stop calling them PMs? Why are they DMs? Because they aren't always direct one-to-one, but they're always private. What the fuck? I don't understand it.
Group chats?
I am a boomer and still call them DMs pretty often. Or
No, you're converted.
no, I was just thinking about it too much. PMs pretty often. I think sometimes it also.
Luke, you're muted again. I need to fix something.
What's going
Oh,
on?
Luke's
I don't
muted.
know.
Got him. Okay, well,
I think
whatever.
it matters on the context.
I fixed
Like
it.
in video games, I still call them whispers.
Right. Cool. Apparently it's fixed now.
But like, I bet you, if I was on Twitter, I would call it a DM because everyone calls it DMs on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I think it's the context of the platform.
And
you're
you'd
on.
never say like slide into your PMs.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, it sounds like slide into your night. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, realistically is probably
Might
a similar
be the same
intent.
deal. Yeah. But like, I feel like if you're on the forum, you call it private
PM.
messages.
Yeah.
If you're on Twitter, you call it DMs.
Well,
if
that's
you're in a video
stupid.
game, you call it whispers.
Functionally, they're all the same thing.
Pretty much.
Anyway.
Except whispers. But yeah. Handy daily deliverables, HDD. The acronym is good, but the
So,
Handy.
yeah, the alliteration of merch messages is really good. I mean, okay, would it satisfy you if we just changed it to merchandise messages? Like, because merch is just short for merchandise.
How about,
It
how
goes
about,
back to
how
the
about
origin.
perch messages?
I'm tired of the like perch messages.
Yeah, like purchase.
Cheap, 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 cheap,
Perch
cheap, cheap, cheap.
messages.
So
Now
affordable.
Now they're PMs.
PERCH?
Yeah, you gotta send us a PM, a perch message.
I don't know.
I am forever calling them additional live purchase
I keep
comments
reading
now.
threads where someone's like, "Oh, I bought the screwdriver and it's like the best screwdriver I've ever used, and I'm totally converted." So surprised considering it's YouTuber merch, and I'm just like, ah.
Yeah, I know. It's painful because that's, for a lot of people, the foot that we have in the door.
Yes.
To get them to try it.
Instead of it just being a good product.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
it
everyone's is like, it's good for being, they'll say in the same grouping of text, they'll say like, this is the best one ever, and it's good for being a merch product.
like-
and those things sound so different. They're separate.
They are really very different things.
I don't know.
I bet it wouldn't even take me that long to find a comment like that.
Like that, yeah. They're all over the place. Because I don't necessarily think that people understand what the takeaway from that is for like us. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think I'm just kind of over it at this point. I mean, no, I'm not. Like, I get it, but I also just
Swag chats. Swag is worse in this context.
Oh yeah,
just to be
swag
clear.
stuff we all get means just like garbage AliExpress stuff that is rebranded.
It's like a lot worse. We can leave it. It's just, I don't know. I want Creator Warehouse to be able to break out of the bubble that they get put in with a lot of other creator merch.
Well, what's really frustrating for me is that if
they don't belong there.
If more people used Creator Warehouse, then more merch would be merchandise instead of being merch. But I mean, realistically, I say that,
We'd
but
have to open the doors.
we don't really have the capacity to take on other creators anyway. Like we still have a lot to learn.
Some of them want it
I know.
real bad.
I know. Poor Luke. Every time he tries to pitch Floatplane to a creator, they're like, okay, neat. But
By the way, what about that other thing you guys
Yeah.
do? Can I get in on that? And it's like,
I think that
Not yet.
and I think the Creator Warehouse model is inherently incompatible with a lot of creators.
I have tried
because
to.
it's not merch.
I don't know if I had this conversation with you,
Yeah.
but the most recent one that we had that conversation with, which they're theoretically joining Floatplane as well, but they are also having this conversation. I tried to like talk them down actively this time. I was like, I wonder what that'll be. So I started going over like all the I don't know if I want to say downsides, all the difficulties of doing it the way that we do.
Yeah, where you have to like hold inventory
Yep.
and pay for things up front with no net terms and like all.
And they were like,
it's a hyper risky.
oh no, I totally understand. Want to do it that way. Sounds good. No problem. And threw out a number of like, yeah, I expect like getting inventory for this stuff would like cost about this amount. And I was like, wow, yep. That sounds probably about accurate, including like R&D involved and everything else. It's like, okay,
This is
sounds good.
I think a really positive example of a similar thing. I've been looking for a screwdriver like this one for years. I don't care about this being a YouTuber product. It's something special. Do yourself a favor and pick up one or two.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yes.
mind it in that context.
I do agree. Yeah.
But there's absolutely ones like
not
Luke said.
usually like that,
Yeah.
I think.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, yeah, with how long
Shop talk.
Shop Talk? Oh. Shop Talk.
No.
That has a super negative connotation.
so. The flow is good.
And as much as like, you know, I never shy away from an innuendo, like our verified actual gamer program, you're banned from like saying
The acronym.
Yeah, you have to say the full name, verified
wrong
actual
with-
gamer
what's wrong
program.
with Shop talk.
Shop Talk?
Yeah.
Well, it's like locker room talk, like
Oh,
yeah. Like the like
is that a bad thing?
just the boys, you know, kind of. Yeah, I think it has kind of a toxic connotation.
I'm
personally,
probably just disconnected from this. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never heard of it.
just go dumb with it and call them PP poo poos. I mean, honestly, purchase PMs, you know, PPs.
All right, I got a big PP here from, maybe not.
Purchase merch.
No, you can't say merch.
Oh, right.
Additional live purchase comment.
We're not doing that, Dan.
Stop trying to make...
Conrad's in chat. I'm so down replacing all the coffee with pee poo poos now.
Why is my dashboard changing?
It's like,
The reply button just says poop. Man, I love Node.js.
you
Okay,
pee
hold on.
to reply, and then you pee it for us to reply.
I see
show
here.
it, unzip.
Nice.
I see here people here saying talking shop means something else entirely.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's MLiper 89.
That's totally fine.
That's totally fine. I mean, other than that, people like often don't like it because you're supposed to be in a social context and you're talking shop. Like that's usually the context that I hear that in. Can we not talk shop right now? Like
Talking
that kind
about
of thing.
like, I don't
work
wanna talk
outside
to-
of work.
okay.
Yeah, that's talking shop.
Which never bothers me, but I understand.
Yeah,
Most
I
people
know.
don't like their jobs, Luke.
It's my job is my whole life, so I literally
I think
don't.
that's why it doesn't bother me. I never
don't
really turn off. So.
have other things to talk to people about, and realistically, because of my job, it's usually what people want to talk to me about anyway. So what is the point of me even like? Do people want to hear about my cats? I mean, some do, but like tone down the parasocial relationship. Okay, like
A lot of people ask about my birds too. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And I don't actually have a problem with that. I like talking about my cats, but I just mean usually when I run into someone at a social function, they're like, oh, okay, whose dad are you? Like, which sniveling, snot-nosed, crying creature, belongs to, came out of or into, your various guy or lady parts, right? Like it's basically which critter's yours, essentially. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, so like what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I usually I try to not, and I try to say I work in media, or I make videos.
I say I do tech.
Yeah, okay, that's more true for you than it is for me. I try to give a true answer that doesn't sort of, I make them pry.
On
and
paper,
only
like, sort of.
Oh, what do you mean? Then I'll be like, oh, okay, I make YouTube videos.
Because I'm pretty sure you're still actually a CEO.
Yeah, technically. I might technically still be more than one CEO. I'm not sure.
Oh.
Because don't forget about all the companies that are not like the normal companies.
Okay, but you're a CEO of a company that has employees.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm technically still the CEO of Floatplane, but that is such horse shit, so.
I remember when you told me one day that it was going to be me, and I was like, yeah, sure.
I mean, look, if you want the promotion, go talk to my boss.
No, it's fine. I don't really care. I just do all the things.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Call them product placements. That's kind of interesting because they buy a product, they place their message.
Product placements.
Yeah, that's not bad. I always like alliteration.
PPs.
Yeah.
So does it
PP is super on brand. I think I was talking to somebody else about that today because I'm deploying this thing, but it's for production and it's going into production. So it's the production. And then we have LTX Expo, which is the Linus Tech Expo.
And we have
Whale LAN. We hosted a LAN event.
Yeah.
The Whale LAN event.
That's pretty good too.
Right? So
this one's pretty good too. RAM.
Yeah.
Random audience message.
That's the one I just reacted to.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I kind of like that
and then you
one.
can say ram me, Dan.
And then we could stop. All right. Well, I think that's enough show for me for today.
It was so fast.
It's been a really nice Friday. I had a great week.
You can't go off camera after he says that.
I've enjoyed.
You can't go off camera to where he is also off camera. No! Stop! Stop!
Subscribe now for only $15.99 per month.
When are we starting? When are we starting onlyplanes.com again?
Not today, because we had to ban people making those links.
I'm not blushing, you're blushing.
I think we do.
Only Planes? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we own
I feel like
onlyplanes.com.
we probably did, but don't go check.
Yeah, don't check. Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I just blurted out.
It was so fast.
Yeah, well.
I didn't have time for my brain to think about that. Sorry.
That's how sometimes a lot of the best things
Blush
happen.
will calm down soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we get through some PPs?
Oh, we apparently do not own OnlyPlanes. So.
Yeah, okay. I think that was because we decided we were going to call it something else.
Oh, yeah, that's
if we
right.
did that, because it's kind of a terrible name.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes absolutely no sense.
Not at all.
Yeah. What are we supposed to be talking about right now?
You're supposed to explain what a merch message is.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then we read one.
Merch messages are the way to interact with the show. Actually, no, I'm gonna call them product purchases or product.
Checkout chats?
I like checkout chats a lot.
Ooh, checkout
Conrad
chats.
said
Checkout chats. And Conrad coined it. I'm sold.
It's almost like having, people who you pay and who are smart and who like
Creative.
do things for a living.
Highly technically competent.
Is better than just listening to your audience.
He also named it Fuss.
That's a good name. Shut up.
Free upsell shelf?
Yeah, that's not as good.
I mean...
But that's the thing.
It's an internal name.
That's the thing.
Chats.
You only checkout chats.
I'm an endless defender of internal names being basically whatever you want, as long as you can differentiate between what the things are. And Fuss has always been very clear for our team. So it's been fine.
It's not clear.
It's going to stay fuss.
So dumb.
It's never changing.
Okay, checkout chats. So if you want to send a checkout chat, all you've got to do is go to LTTStore.com. So instead of doing super chats or Twitch bits or anything like that, where you throw money at your screen, you get nothing in return, we have checkout chats. So you go to LTTStore.com, add something to your cart. Oh, cart chats maybe. I don't know. And the point is, it's in the cart, not the checkout, which is part of the checkout. Doesn't matter. The point is,
part of the checkout process.
When we're live, there'll be a box in the cart. You fill that out, and it'll go to producer Dan. I still like checkout chats better. It'll go to producer Dan, who will pop it down there. Like if you have a shout out for your mom or your brother or whatever, if it's your birthday, something cool like that. Dan will forward it to someone internal who can answer your question. Sometimes Dan will answer questions himself, and other times he will curate your checkout chats. Oh, we got all the C's.
Wanswers?
It's not always WAN show. Sometimes he will curate your checkout chats and he will give them to us so that I can say, "Ram me, Dan," and and he will.
People are saying that we should keep the out in the acronym. Check out chats.
Okay. Why? Oh, stop.
I'm saying people are saying that. I'm not saying that myself. Some of the people have been saying that.
And then if we have like a checkout chat counter, then we could spell it with a K.
Yes.
Like is that really where you're going with this?
Not me.
Should I just
Not
stop
me.
leaving any ambiguity here? We're gonna call them cocks. Dan, me.
I've had a lot of practice over the last year, so yeah. All right, I've got an additional live purchase comment, also known as a checkout chat, also known as a merch message here from Thomas.
Okay.
Sorry, no, not from Thomas, somebody else. Hello, Dan and the photon reflectors. I used your AI support bot last week. Was that in response to the secret shopper video or in the works longer? Kudos for including I Need a Person escape hatch.
That's a dashboard thing from them, but I think it was in the works for a lot longer. I had heard about it way long time ago.
Basically, I think if you go back to the WAN show where ChatGPT went public beta or whatever, I think we probably talked about support chatbots becoming way better, and we probably talked about it on that show or shortly after that.
Yeah, I think they had been kind of riffing on the idea for a while. I'm 99% sure, and that's just the Creative Warehouse team working with their customer support tool provider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about what?
Are there really that
just
few?
Something Conrad said.
Dan, are there really that?
No,
few
I just have a
curated
backlog
ones today. Okay.
There's still 30 in income.
He's been busy ramming.
There's been a lot of interruptions, but I got some more here.
Okay.
Do you want another one?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, WAN.dll, is it likely that the commuter
You're not too tired.
No, I can go all night.
Just get some water.
I'm used to doing this for 6 hours, This is easy. Hey,
I'm out of words.
Hey, WAN.dll, is it likely that the commuter backpack will launch before Christmas?
Likely. I hardly know her. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think the hope is to launch it before the end of the year, but I think the odds of you getting one before Christmas are basically zero. That's what I'll say with confidence.
So it'll launch a little bit too late for shipping to be able to line up.
I think so. It might even be launching after Christmas.
Full shirts yet?
No. Dude, do you have any idea how long production and shipping takes?
I don't care. I just want it.
I know, but it doesn't
think. I don't
doesn't
want logic.
work that way. This is the
I
whole
want it.
Luke, this is the whole thing where our model like doesn't work for creator merch because we're just, if something goes out of stock, if we gap out on something, we're out of it for like 4 months. We're not just buying Fruit of the Loom t-shirts from some local distribution warehouse. Like we make stuff.
The worst part of this is that I was like, I feel like I have a dealer. And now I'm in like forms of withdrawal. Because now I only have 2 shirts.
The first hit was free.
And now I put on any other shirt at all. And I'm just like, wow, this is notably inadequate. Where is my proper shirt? But then doing laundry like literally every day. Because I only have 1 short sleeve when I don't want to wear long sleeves every other day. So doing laundry literally every day for a shirt gets a little nuts.
By the way, before any of you try to solve his problem and send him a shirt... Thank you so much for the thought.
I appreciate the gesture.
The person who...
It was very kind.
Who bought some of our tall shirts, packaged them back up from overseas, and sent them back to Luke.
Overseas shipping and everything.
Unfortunately, they were not Luke's size. And also, you don't have to do that. He gets as much merch as he wants.
Yeah.
It's fine. Did you send them back?
I haven't yet, but I will be.
Okay, yeah. Super nice thought, but don't do that. He's just whining.
I appreciate the concern.
He doesn't actually want anyone to solve his problem.
But, yeah.
I have a type. I'm kidding.
Part of it is that I'm
Yvonne.
trying to hype the shirts up because I want them to keep doing well because I have a personal vested interest in the tall shirts doing well because if the tall shirt's doing well, there's a higher chance that
we'll do more colors,
printed
more
versions,
designs,
more colors, stuff like that.
Yes.
So like I want to keep kind of reminding people that they exist and they're awesome.
Yeah. We're on it.
Because it's good for me.
Yeah, we're on it.
And I think genuinely a lot of people that don't really fit in normal shirts very well don't even necessarily know that there's like an alternative.
Yeah. To like having their belly poke out every time they lift up their arms.
Honestly, yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Should we...
Announcements?
Yeah, should we do announcements finally? Yeah, let's do that. Announcing Black Friday Cyber Monday 9000. It's our big freaking Black Friday and Cyber Monday event. Not only are we going to have some big freaking deals on some of our most popular products that are going to be happening all week, I heard that LTTStore is working with some of our partners to deliver some big freaking bundles that will include some really cool tech. Okay, I found out about one of these bundles literally on set earlier as I was doing the read for it. And I kid you not, I didn't fake this. I'm not that good of an actor. I was like, is that right? Because it is an absolutely smoking deal. Nice. I had a colleague back at NCIX that used to refer to deals of this magnitude as shit hot. It is a shit hot deal.
That brought back weird memories. I feel like I heard this phrase.
Anyway.
I don't remember who it was.
There will also be flash deals that are going to be happening throughout the week, popping up at random times. So if you've been eyeing anything on the store, I implore you to head to lmg.gg/bfcm and sign up so you don't miss any of the deals that are happening. Some of them are that good, you are not going to want to miss them.
The branding's also sick, if I can just say so myself.
This looks pretty metal.
It looks awesome. If you scroll down, they have scroll all the way down.
The biggest freaking deals. I get it. Sorry. I'm going. What? No, well, we can't go that fast, Luke. We're trying to promote this.
Yeah, but there's a funny line.
So these are examples of things that we might have deals on. Okay, big freaking deals happening throughout the entire week. Moment's notice you'll want to be signed up for. Multi-bit ratcheting screwdriver, scribe driver, magnetic cable management. Big freaking bundles. Is that a keyboard?
One of the question mark things is pretty obvious what particular product it is.
What, this one?
The middle one.
I actually don't know what that is.
Really?
Oh! Anywho, this is cute.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get you to scroll to.
Yeah, big freaking deals.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure you sign up. I'm actually serious right now. I'm talking to you as a parasocial friend, not as a shyster trying to sell you shit. Yeah. Sign up because you will actually be kicking yourself if you miss some of these. There's some really, really good deals coming. All right. Also, introducing the CircuitTree hoodie. So the one that Elijah was wearing, the one I'm wearing today. Ever been told to stick to your roots? Well, if you're even half the nerds we are, we have the hoodie for you. The CircuitTree hoodie. Get it? It's circuits that are shaped like a tree. Anyway, they're made from our 100% cotton hoodie blanks, so they're going to be nice and soft for this winter season, and they are going to be print to order. So if you add one to your cart, everything in your cart will ship once these are ready. Get yours today at lmg.gg/circuittree. We also made lmg.gg/circuittree in case you hate puns. So, I see. Okay, so you can spell it either way.
That was actually smart.
Circuit tree and also circuitry.
That's smart. Whoever thought of that is smart.
That's actually good
job.
That's smart. Probably arty. I think I
Good
would.
job.
That seems like an arty move. And then finally, we have a November Floatplane early access drop. We have another early access release. It is our Smash Champs badminton / LAN hall audio update vlog featuring the one and only Mr. Dan.
All right, that's me.
Oh, is it obvious from this thumbnail that
Your car looks
the car's being towed away?
Your car no. And your car looks dirty. Is your window open?
Yes. The window's open. Did they really in the rain? Did they really when they did the tow? I wasn't there for the towing stuff. Did they really?
Is the window open in the rain?
Okay. We oh shoot. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, it's it's a me and Dan video, and Dan talks about the cool PA system that we implemented in the LAN center / badminton center, and it's going to be really useful for both LANs and badminton. So I'm pretty excited, and it's cooler tech than it sounds like. All right.
Is this movie magic? You didn't even see it happen. You didn't see it get towed.
I did see it get towed, but not when I was filming that shot.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that would have been like kind of a hassle because it was like out on the street and the audio is terrible and stuff. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was there when they towed it. It's pretty funny. Sorry. I was there. I saw the tow truck pull in, but then I was like having a meeting.
Did they not actually like take it? They just like moved it for a shot? Yeah. Okay. Look, it's a Dan. Remember that one time when you had to undo all of the audio stuff and then redo it again and then undo it and then redo it again? Was that fun, Dan?
Where on earth was that? Oh, that was like the first one.
Last week.
The first one we did. Last week?
No, for the all hands.
Oh, God.
Did you
I blocked that out. That was so stressful.
You did an inside out too and just like, boop.
Just throw that into the void. No, that was brutal. But it worked, I guess.
Someone said shyster is a bad word, just FYI.
Is it?
I'm not aware of it. Someone else posted the definition. It's considered a negative slang term that can be offensive and derogatory, but used to describe someone who's unethical, dishonest, or unscrupulous, especially in the practice of law, politics, or economics. For example, you might call a used car salesperson a shyster if they tell you a car is one price, but the fine print reveals a higher price. Like, I'm not aware that it has any kind of like racial or gender or like whatever connotation. So I don't
know that it does.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there's always new words that I'm finding out for the first time have some kind of connotation. Like, I had no idea that the function. Like,
someone in chat said it's anti-Semite, but there's a link on law.com that currently goes to a 404 page, but it says it's not.
Yeah,
it's not a 404 page anymore.
I'm not aware of that being that. So if it is, I had no idea. I mean, dude, there's
at a certain point, like, there's
all kinds of stuff that I just like don't know. Like, the main selling point of our screwdriver, I had no idea that in the context of something that's like shoddily done had like a super.
Can I say it?
Maybe just don't. But okay. I had no idea that it had this like super racial undertones in certain contexts. Yeah. So
I knew it. Yeah. Okay.
We use that word here to describe like something that's kind of shoddy, like shantytown or like cobbled together. And then we used it in a video at some point to describe something Alex made, and people were like, like really upset about it. Like, I have no idea. So I don't know.
I don't think I'm just getting old. Maybe it's a combination. Okay, I'll concede that it might be a combination. But things just actually move too fast these days, and there's too many words and too many things to keep track of. It's like actually difficult.
It is. It is legitimately difficult. And
at a certain point, you gotta just.
I try my best.
Yeah. You gotta understand that not everyone's gonna know the like weird, secret, alternative, hidden meaning of every single weird random word. Like, I don't know, there's you got to understand intention behind certain things, I don't know.
I think you're asking a lot.
I think so, but it still like needs to happen.
And I'm asking a lot of money from our sponsors.
Yeah,
like Squarespace. Do you have a unique hobby? Wow, those are creepy. Why not turn it into a business with our sponsor, Squarespace? Squarespace makes building a website ridiculously easy.
Dog yoga.
So easy that even Dennis could make this dog yoga website in minutes.
Amazing.
With the Squarespace blueprint, you get great layouts and styling options, ensuring your site looks perfect on any device. Squarespace also offers award-winning templates for all kinds of categories, helping your website stand out. Plus, they have integrated, optimized SEO tools, so you show up more often to more people. You can even invoice clients right on Squarespace and accept payments through debit, credit, ACH, and more. We also have used Squarespace for years for our own Linus Media Group website, and you can start building your website today and get 10% off your first purchase by visiting squarespace.com/WAN. The show is also brought to you by Ridge. Just a quick reminder to all the Santas out there. If you're looking for a gift this holiday season, now's the time to shop with our sponsor Ridge without breaking the bank. Ridge has their Black Friday sale going on right now with up to 47% off select products. If you're not familiar with Ridge, they're a longtime partner of ours known for making slim, minimalist wallets that can hold up to 12 cards. Unlike traditional wallets, the Ridge wallet is built to last. And they don't just make wallets. They also offer key cases, luggages, super durable, and so much more. Whether you're treating yourself, someone in your family, or a friend, Ridge's deals make it a perfect time to upgrade your everyday carry. So don't miss out on their Black Friday deals. Head over to ridge.com/WAN to get up to 47% off. Oddly specific. The link is in the video description. Finally, the show is brought to you by Rocket Money. Are you trying to save money like Dennis by collecting hotel mini shampoos or sauce packets? You don't have to live like Dennis. You can save smarter with our sponsor, Rocket Money. You might be spending hundreds of dollars on subscription services you don't even use or remember you have. With Rocket Money, you can see all your subscriptions in one place, and if you don't want them, you can cancel with just a few clicks. And that's not all. They can even negotiate better rates on things like your phone or your internet bill on your behalf. You can also create a personalized budget to help keep your spending on track. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving their members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/WAN. All right. All right, sure. All right, Dan. Is that another RAM joke?
Muted.
Oh, you were
If
muted.
you want another RAM joke.
He said we're a little behind on topics. I mean,
know.
you certainly aren't talking about mine, I'll tell you that much.
Oh my God.
More topics!
Sure.
Yeah, get us out of here. Sony employees, talk about that one?
Sure.
Sony employees allegedly selling personal data of users. In a recent 23-minute Instagram video, Guinness record-holding trophy hunter Hakum has claimed that his user data was sold on Telegram's black market by Sony employees. Hakum has over 207,000 trophies, including 7,311 platinums. Wow.
That's a lot of
There's
trophies.
a note here. I'm going to read it verbatim. These are not my words. Dumb PS fanboy David. I think David actually wrote that, so that's why I'm saying it. Has less than 3,000 total trophies and 3 platinums for reference.
Wow.
Whoa.
So Buddy has literally...
As far
am
as my
I
understanding goes,
reading this correctly?
7,311 platinums means
2,000 times the number of platinum trophies as dumb PlayStation fanboy David.
Yeah, a little bit more. Am I correct? Platinum means you got every trophy for the game?
I think they're just
you know?
some of the harder trophies.
Okay.
And a platinum trophy might also include get every other trophy.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure.
I don't know because digital trophies for playing a game are not real awards. Hot take. Controversial
I think some of them
take.
can be fun to go after. I
didn't say they're not fun, but games are meant to be fun, and if it isn't fun, then f*** it.
Challenge can be fun.
Sure. I'm sorry. I am. Oh boy.
Should we just move on?
There are more important. I feel that there are more important things to feel a sense of achievement over.
Are you being that reporter talking about the Tetris kid?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But touch grass. That kid, though, seemed to kind of have his life together other than being really good at Tetris. So...
You don't know that Hakum doesn't.
No, I'm just speaking generally. Hakum might totally have his life together.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Tetris Kid, I wouldn't have said that about Tetris Kid because I think there was additional context that the reporter was ignoring. Like apparently he had like good grades and like it was an active kid who was just really, really, really friggin' good at Tetris. So I don't know.
Anyways, the trouble started when his Hakum's PSN account or PlayStation Network account got banned in September. While trying to recover his account, he got messages with screenshots from a good Saudi guy. What?
Yeah, I think it's Saudi, but sure.
Saudi, sure. Showing that Hakum's personal data and PlayStation account info was being leaked on Telegram. The same source also claimed that the accounts had acquired the info by bribing Sony employees, although most of the evidence in the video was blurred to protect Hakum. That's probably good. It does include a screenshot of one of the offending seller accounts using an email with the official polyphony?
Polyphony. Yeah.
Polyphony?
Polyphony, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Really? Polyphony?
The game studio?
I don't know. Digital domain maker of Gran Turismo. Okay, sure. He then started getting calls from one scammer using multiple numbers who claimed to be from Sony's customer service, but would eventually ask for Hakum's credit card number. Around the time he got answers from the real Sony, who claimed the original ban was due to suspicious activity on his account, such as having multiple PlayStation devices in different locations. It's possible he had people helping him get trophies, which is against the TOS, as well as popping platinum trophies after just seconds of gameplay. This is possible both by playing trophy farming games.
What?
Or when auto-popping by loading a 100% PS4 save into a PS5 game or a 100% save into the save game from a different region.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Can I go back to my point? None of this is real. None of this is going to get you girls. Really?
There might be one.
PlayStation trophies?
There might even be two.
Tell you what.
Some could say possibly three.
You go find them.
I could go as far as
I have
saying
this box
maybe
right
four.
here. Next week.
Someone might step up.
A girl.
They might.
Who would be like, wow, you slide up next to her at the bar.
What
you
up?
Pull out
I got 7,311 platinums in PlayStation. Check my PSN.
And she's like, damn, can I go back to your house to see them?
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe. There's a lot of people out there. You don't know. Someone in chat says it shows dedication.
I'll let you continue.
Where even was I? After 2 weeks, he was
Ghosty26 says, you won't cheat.
Well, I don't know, because the story is claiming that his account...
on her, because you've got no time because you're busy playing PlayStation.
I mean, it's a pretty good argument. After 2 weeks, he was informed his account would be reinstated after 45 days with strict censorship, but then there's a note here saying that I think he means monitoring, which makes sense.
Well, plain chat is great. She be a platinum digger. You guys are great. Why did I ever look at the other chats? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Although he wasn't informed at the time he had been taken off the press list. Don't know what that means. I wish there was more concrete or verifiable proof of the data leaker being a Sony employee, as
I think this is Riley.
Is text in the doc. Yeah. As personally, I don't think the presented evidence is sufficient to be 100% damning. Definitely spooky, though. And I mean, I would agree with that statement anyway.
I mean,
works for me.
The other part of this is just kind of one example of how your personal data is not really that safe. We've seen other examples of this in the past. I mean, Tesla employees famously were swapping videos that were recorded on people's Teslas.
If you put personal information on the internet, it's not safe.
Well, I mean, but there's certain stuff that people have an expectation should be safe. Another example that was given was someone trying to, and I have no verification of this whatsoever, but someone trying to find out if someone was cheating on them and trying to find an employee to give them access to the account, to the email account, by bribing them. Conceivably, there are reasons that certain departments within a company could have access to just about anything. Like any department that's in charge, for example, of monitoring for child sexual abuse material, CSAM, could conceivably have access to just about any DM or PM or email or whatever the case may be. Pretty crazy. By the way, Rest Assured says, "F me in the ass" messages. Tried to get him.
What?
Tried to get him. I was saving that.
You're a little bit too late.
Dang it. I'll get him someday. I'm going to get him someday.
All down his shirt?
It's been a long time, but I don't want to bet against that.
I'm going to get him.
Dan, I just got that.
Go back to your show. I'm going to leave now before I get beat to death.
You're getting close. My goodness. There are discussion questions.
Sure.
If 2FA wasn't a thing, do you think you could hack into other hosts' accounts and steal their info?
Hosts?
Yes.
Accounts? Like you mean like our hosts who work here?
I'm assuming he means, this is a WAN show comment, I'm assuming he means like us.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean pretty easily, honestly.
To be honest, without 2FA?
Like I have, for instance, I mean, am I allowed to use every tool at my disposal?
I think so.
Because like I can access...
It's acquirable by...
In fact, I think all three of us have access to the surveillance cameras. So all I would have to do is contrive some situation
set it up.
Where I have you log into your account sitting like close enough to a camera and I can just like see your password. Like,
I'm not going to go over all the reasons why, but literally any account you have would be hilariously easy. And like these ones,
I have literally gained unauthorized access to Luke's accounts before.
I made a joke the other day.
Do you remember that? When I literally logged into one of your accounts or one of your computers.
I believe it fully.
And I was just like, you were like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I like guessed your password. And you were like, right.
The other day I was making a joke about anyways, I was making a joke that the conclusion was that like someone would need to be able to access the stuff on my desktop. And someone made the comment of like, how would we get in? And I was like, Linus knows the password. So yeah, I mean, you already have it to like some of my stuff.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like the easiest way into someone's account is obviously social engineering.
Yeah.
And the better you know someone, the more easily you can social engineer them. Do you know how quickly and easily I could social engineer Luke to type in like a dozen of his passwords? All I'd have to do is go get an OMG cable, put a keyboard in front of him and be like, okay, Let's do like a typing challenge test.
Yeah,
but I
probably.
don't want it to be random things. I don't want it to be random things. So like, okay, I'll tell you what. Just like leave the doc as it is, but like type your most common, like type your keeper password and type this and type that.
I'd probably sniff that out. That's a little bit too
I could
direct.
come
I'm
up with
sure
something
you
better
could
than
find
that.
something.
I could come up with something better than
sure you
that.
could
But like
find
realistically, if you have physical access to someone, I could just put an OMG cable on his keyboard.
Yes.
And then eventually I would find everything.
Yeah, I mean, it said hosts, right? So, I mean, these have a lot of like extensions and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could
Oh,
get
you
something
could hide
plugged
something
in
under
here.
the table for
You'd
sure.
Never really notice.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Yeah. That's why I was so confident immediately. Like, we have physical access to each other's computers.
Yeah, so easy.
Like, it's over.
I
Yeah.
can see all of your cables from my desk,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is what it is. The next one is, what can we do to protect our info against such vulnerabilities as bad actors within a corporation? Not much. Don't share passwords across sites. Try to like lower the impact of the potential damage.
Use autofill. Autofill is better than typing in passwords because it closes the vulnerability to a keylogger or to an OMG cable.
It's still not perfect, but it helps a lot. It helps a ton.
No, but it helps.
Yeah, and
Rucker says air gap. You can't air gap. Nothing is air gapped. Not really.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yes, but no.
yeah,
But yeah, but also no.
because there's ways to deal with things when they're air gapped as well. I've talked about this before. People disagree with me. That's fine. I hate that we use the term air gapped for things that aren't quite literally air gapped. Drives me nuts.
There's a company that makes network
It
equipment
actually pulls it out.
that like physically disconnects the port
It's pretty crazy.
over the management interface. And like I was like, does this really need to exist? And then I was like, yeah. Depending on what the level of security that's required is, I could see an administrator being able to literally remotely disconnect any port. Yeah, I could see that having a huge value.
Anyways, moving on. We got more stuff.
Yeah, what
Should we go to
are we talking about? An Intel-AMD merger is an idea that was reportedly floated by the U.S. Commerce Department. Our headline says it might be less outlandish than it seems, but I actually strongly disagree. I think it's pretty outlandish. I also think that the rumors of Intel's demise have been grossly exaggerated over the last little while. Like,
I think it's more a very serious, difficult to properly recover from trip, not a fall.
yeah, Intel's not like going out of business tomorrow. Also, my understanding of
They got free coffee now.
yeah. Also, my understanding of the whole like x86 license-ness is that actually, I don't know if Intel and AMD both agreed. Yeah, I guess there's no third party that would step in and say no. Also, just as consumers, we don't want this. Having literally only one x86 company. Also, I just don't see the synergies. Like AMD has their own designs, their own jam, their own drum that they're marching to right now. They're a fabless company and they're killing it at that.
Doing better.
And Intel, for all of their challenges with it over the last few years, is a fab company, and that is their competitive advantage if they can regain it. And I don't see what they would. I don't see what they would need from each other necessarily even. It is worth pointing out that this sort of thing has happened in the past. I think this is from the Digitimes article. Lockheed and Martin Marietta were merged during the Cold War. JP Morgan Chase acquired Bear Stearns in 2008. In 1968, the U.S. government encouraged Pennsylvania Railroad and New York Central Railroad to merge. I don't know if I'm convinced any of those things were better for consumers in any way. So let's not root for this, I guess, would be all I have to say about that. But
Generally, less competition is bad.
Yeah,
There is immense, endless proof of this.
yeah,
You don't want consolidation.
yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Speaking of highly consolidated companies and integrated companies, Amazon is apparently taking on Shein and Temu with a new sub $20 Amazon haul. It's mobile only? Okay, that completely kills like my plan for this for WAN show. The only reason this is in the doc is because I was like, Luke and I should shop for lulz. What am I looking at? Is that
a phone on a dock that is capturable by the stream? I think Dan's away for a second, but that's set up for something else. But I think we could.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, I'd wanted us to,
or maybe that is set up for this.
I'd wanted us to shop. Well, Dan's not there. Luke, he's not there. Who are you talking to? You're like looking past the camera at Dan. He's literally not there. You can see he's not there.
Yeah.
He's there in our hearts, though. Anyway,
he'll come back.
So it's a mobile-only shopping experience. Can we just call it
This mic is still on. I just kicked it by accident.
Oh no! Just because we can hear it doesn't mean.
Oh,
that, yeah.
Okay.
Hey Dan, what's this phone for?
Oh, that's for a segment.
Which one?
Oh, it's for haul.
So it is for this.
Oh, sick! What a guy.
Bad timing to step out. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Okay,
not
so we're gonna shop.
Do you have to do anything to set
Double
it
phone
up?
is this? All right. Watch me hack.
There was some reason.
Watch me hack into this phone.
Dan explained.
And hacked.
He's elite. He's in the Gibson.
Elite hackser. Okay, cool. So does it have the shop on it?
Yeah, I'll do the thing.
Oh, I mean, well, I could have hacked it.
Yeah,
I can
probably.
hack it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we gotta go to Luke's laptop.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, that's cool.
And now it's
So-
a mouse.
Now it's a wait. Now it's a what now?
What?
Now it's a mouse.
It's a mouse.
Because I couldn't find the iPhone.
Oh, we're using Dex.
Luke's laptop.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, Luke's laptop.
What's on?
What's supposed to happen to Luke's laptop? Oh, brilliant.
And it should
that's-
be in Google at the bottom.
Genius. Okay. So you mean Chrome or
Oh, I understand.
Which one is
Oh, that's funky.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Hey, there we go. We're on mobile, but also not mobile. Okay, so it's Amazon hauls. Amazon haul.
Way to go, Dan.
Okay. As Modern Retail points out, Haul is already inundated with misleading AI images on product pages. This program marks a strategic shift for Amazon as it directly competes with platforms like Shein and Temu in the cheap junk market. Amazon Haul's
Nice.
focus on low-cost goods raises concerns about product quality, sustainability, and ethical sourcing.
Yeah.
I mean, if those weren't already concerns for you on Amazon,
I think a lot of people will say that they care about that, and then they'll go to a website to buy something and be like, that's expensive, and then go to something like Shein or Temu or something like that and
dude.
be like, oh, wow, I'm going to buy that. I suddenly don't care.
dude, the number of people that virtue signal to me about all
yeah.
kinds of stuff, and then immediately you're going to be like, $4 for a little mini broom? What a ripoff. I could get it for $2. It's like, well, yeah, but like, anyway. Luke laptop.
It's
so,
important until it affects my wallet.
okay, so what are we looking at here? This is a little bit iStrano vision, not gonna lie. Dan, how much do you know about Dex? Is there
Zoomify this?
don't know. I couldn't figure it out in time, unfortunately.
cool. Okay, well, what's this? Let's look at some
shoe.
stuff.
This is mobile only, which is why we're on Dex.
Really don't think it's a shoe, Luke.
And it's probably designed for phones, not for a 16:9 monitor.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. What was it? What was this product?
It says below the picture.
Did I just add this to cart? It says below the picture?
Above the color selections.
Above the what? What are you talking about? Oh, shoelaces for athletic boot. Shoelaces for men and women, one pair. Okay. Well, where's the price? Where's even the price for it? Is the price in the bottom right, Dan? Are we covering the price?
I forgot. Yeah, maybe you.
Are we requesting a desktop version of this site?
I don't know. What have you done, Dan?
I don't know. I tried to get it together very quickly.
You know what? Good job, Dan. Okay,
Luke,
let's go.
you have to rescind your head pat as well.
Yeah.
Okay, what's this? We got
Or like a RAM. Where's the price? I can't see very well.
I don't know. I don't know where the price is.
What is this product?
I think it's pants.
Or
Luke.
are these other products?
Yeah, these are just completely
Okay.
other different products.
Okay.
Weird.
You could buy a...
Do you see any AI images yet? I mean, this is just badly photoshopped. Like that person is clearly not standing in that room.
I almost
you
would
gotta pick,
expect it to be better if it was an AI image.
Jordank said that you have to select one for a price.
You have to select one.
So go back up.
I thought
and-
we did.
But didn't I select one?
Are we on a product page?
Yeah,
right
I'm
now?
on a product
No,
page
no, no.
right
You got to
now.
select a variant.
Oh, okay, this one. What?
What?
No. I figured it out. This one. Okay, double tap to zoom. Nope, not
This
necessary.
is a picture viewer, almost certainly. You need to go back.
Yeah, go back.
Oh, okay.
And down just a little more.
Yeah.
A little more. There you go.
This.
Now
Oh,
pick a
I have
size.
to pick a variant. I
And
thought
then
there
a
was a default.
Size.
Oh my
size.
god. Okay, so a medium. Okay.
Cool. Where's the price?
Where's the bloody price?
Down a bit more.
Grass green, more like ass green.
Did it say unavailable? Go back up.
Oh.
Up,
Oh
up.
my goodness. Look at this guy's biceps.
Ripped.
Dang.
Go back up.
Dang. Wait, how?
Up.
But how is his shoulder so small?
My goodness.
How can he have biceps this big and a shoulder like that?
Delts are
Always
really hard
skip
to
shoulder
grow.
day.
No.
I don't
it.
buy it.
Egyptian cable
Okay.
lateral raises.
Okay, what is this?
No, those are awful.
So free shipping
I like
on
them. I'm at 30
free
pounds
shipping
now.
on $25. What am I even? I feel like we may need to just use the mobile app version of this.
I'm going to try to verify it. So wait, it's an app. I can't go to a website.
it is only a website, it seems to be.
It's only a website.
It's only a website,
Okay, what is it called?
but it's only mobile.
Amazon Hall.
Yes.
Is there a way to force? Is there a way to force
M-dot,
the
maybe?
browser to open the mobile version?
I have absolutely no idea. You might be able to try the kebab menu top right.
I can't see it because of the 2 to 3 more topics thing.
Oh, okay.
So I can't. Oh, hello.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. So no, this is mobile site, but we could call for desktop site.
So I'm looking
I think
on
it's just Amazon.com now.
I'm looking on my phone too, and I also do not see price.
Yeah,
It
this is
looks
just Amazon.
Actually identical.
Okay, so what? How do I do
So wait,
this?
is the website just terrible?
I don't understand what I'm
What?
looking at.
It's in
at
the
all.
Amazon mobile app. Oh yeah. You can. Yeah, someone just
Search-
said you can use web tools.
I want to buy this.
True. Sorry.
Let me buy it.
Okay.
I don't know how to get to the site even.
Yeah, sorry. Where do you want me to go though?
Like, what is the domain?
I don't know. It's just Amazon.com. Search in Amazon Hall.
Where is that?
What makes something Amazon Hall?
I don't know. If you close this out, the search bar is pre-filled with search in Amazon Hall.
Wow, this is absolute chaos.
Go back to the top.
Okay, so I'm back here.
So see the search bar says search.
Oh God, sorry.
No.
There's a lot of gestures on this
I know.
trackpad here.
This is the worst
Oh my God.
experience.
What am I? This is like watching my grandparents try to use a computer. This is horrible. And I can't. There's nothing on here, so I can't like fix it on here and then go back to the other computer.
Dan. Oh wait, what? Oh, I can't share
for crying
mine.
out loud! No, we got you. I got you. Just like give up on this. Good effort, Dan.
This is going in the garbage.
You-
Only this too. Why do I bother? There we go.
Okay, here we go. Are we good?
Well, I can't. I don't know how to get there.
Oh, well, wait, but you found it?
Well, I have mobile version on a desktop, so I can more easily navigate.
Okay.
But
Okay, so now what?
I don't know where it is. Amazon.com.
Yeah,
Movers and
Amazon
shakers.
Home.
Did you Google
Where's
Amazon
Hall?
Hall?
Yeah, Google
Yeah.
Amazon Hall. Oh, Amazon.com/hall/store. Here we go. Chat to the rescue. Guys, I'm so sorry. This must be incredibly hard to watch.
Okay.
Unbelievable finds.
What do we want to do? Men's golf pants stretch?
Let's do it. It's an unbelievable find, Luke. Okay, here we go.
Where's the
Where's
price?
the price?
Free shipping on $25.
Yeah,
I have
got
both
it. And
variants
then
selected.
If you keep scrolling
I'll
down,
even just switch.
it just loads things forever.
I don't understand.
Where's the price?
See?
Oh, there was apparently an error at the top of
You
the...
need to be logged
You
in.
have to log in. Okay, long story, but I do not have the 2FA for my Amazon account. So I cannot log in.
Was that taken away from you? Were
No.
you a bad boy?
No, I just don't have it because Yvonne has it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we both use the same account,
Yeah,
and
sure.
only one of us has our phone number on it. So there you go.
I mean, there's solutions to that.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Because, like, whatever.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Who cares? It's an Amazon account.
Apparently, you can use the
while.
whole app. But yeah, we're trying to show it to you guys, so we want to use the site. I could sign into it, but like, I don't really want to sign into my personal Amazon account.
I don't blame you. So cool. Kuichi says you can borrow mine.
Nice.
You know what? I don't know if I care anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I think I'm over it. So Amazon hauls, everyone.
Yay.
Thanks, Dan.
I thought when you had the whole rig, it was an app.
Okay.
No, that's why I had to do the whole rig, because it's just a bloody website.
But you can just request. Anyways, whatever. It's fine.
Okay, whatever. I only learned. I learned about this 20 minutes before the show started.
You know what? I'm just going to show people how it works because it is actually like.
That's probably a really good idea.
Neat. Okay.
Do some learning for this traffic fire.
Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Okay. If you F12, and then click on this little. Oh, I already did it. So if you F12, and then there's. Oh, you good?
Hide the merch message at the top.
There we go. This little button right here that shows like a laptop and a phone. If you click on that, you can get different. Responsive design dimensions. So now it thinks I'm on a phone, right? So you can view and experience websites, potentially your own website if you're trying to do development, in different formats, different screen sizes, stuff like that. So you can, you don't have to own every single version of every single crazy, stupid Android phone. Also, I just noticed this. What is that?
I don't know, but it's cute.
That's awesome. Anyways, that is actually like a cool, fairly handy thing. If you didn't know about that, it's kind of neat.
All right. Speaking of things we didn't know about, we have talked a couple of times about the Sydney Island deer cull on the WAN show.
Yeah.
And I received an email this long.
Wow.
About our discussion.
Apparently I was very wrong and misled.
Okay. And I did click this link, and I spent probably about an hour poking about on it, and it is far less stupid than we have been led to believe and led you to believe. So
I am open to mind being changed. I have a hard time believing that, but I am open to facts.
So what we talked about was there's this island that has an invasive species of deer, and we were laughing about how the Canadian government has apparently hired international helicopter hunters to come and shoot them, and we kind of talked about how hunters would have paid to hunt those deer, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there are a lot of reasons that I wouldn't have considered for why that is not actually a real solution. So one of them is that they have attempted that multiple times, and the problems with the solution of just having hunters cull them is that they don't get everything. And whenever they don't get everything, the population bounces back.
Pops right back up.
Not only that, but when that population bounces back, it is every single time a more difficult population to cull, because what the population there has learned is that during hunting season or during hunting activities, there are places on the island which is populated by humans. There are places on the island that they can go where they cannot be hunted safely by recreational hunters. And they will camp out there, they will hide there, they'll wait there, and they'll just wait it out.
Closer to people, I'm assuming, because you can't shoot?
Closer to residential areas. So they'll hide there. They'll hide in areas that are extremely difficult to access on foot, which is where the helicopters come in.
Gotcha.
And basically, what I was not aware of, and what I have now had my mind opened to, is that rage bait headlines like that rarely tell the complete story. In response to your question before the show, did it really need to be like a culling company from New Zealand coming across the entire half of the freaking world to come do it? Well, they did a bidding process and they won the bid. It was that simple, that decision. So they were looking for someone who was qualified in this type of cull. They put out a bid, and that company won the bid. So that's why.
I thought it Okay. And one of my problems here is I'm getting a lot of my information from like random sources that I've come across here or there.
Yeah.
I thought it like didn't work very well. And they only got like 80 of them or something.
So I think it's don't quote me on this, but I think it might have actually been paused for now. Like I don't know if this
I know
actually
it's
works.
paused now, but as far as my understanding goes, that is because of the fencing killing deer that they didn't want to. It was like non-invasive
Got it.
deer or something. I think it's completely unrelated to.
So it is possible that this won't work. But when we were laughing about this on the WAN show and we were like, here's all the other things they could have tried, they have.
Okay.
They have tried those
That's fair
things.
enough. I still massively question the whole helicopter approach.
So apparently there are parts of this island that are extremely
That part is interesting to me.
inhospitable to human traversal.
Yeah, you don't want to
But
be like
deer-
hanging off a cliff trying to shoot a deer.
But deer can access them.
Yeah.
So there's an entire Parks Canada like microsite about this whole thing. What's the issue? What's been done? What have we tried? For literally 40 years, we've tried hunting and culling and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Eradication, a globally proven conservation method. Why? Here's the timeline. Why are we doing this? Here's a huge FAQ.
That is a lot.
I spent a lot of time reading it. It may not work. It may not be excellent use of funds. It's not obviously stupid either.
See, I think my biggest problem was the use of funds made
Sure.
it seem stupid.
Sure.
Like this is the specific article that I had found.
Yep.
So like, I don't know.
And
Really?
that's, you know what? That's fair enough. Maybe it didn't work and maybe it turned out to be stupid. I don't know. But it was not their first choice.
Yeah. I don't think I said it was their first choice.
No, we didn't. But it's not just a completely irrational, completely stupid thing either.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is that the truth is often nuanced and rarely just, yeah.
I do know that some of the prices that were thrown out were wrong because that wasn't the cost of like the helicopter shooting people. That was
Right.
the cost of the entire project, which, as it tends to go with government stuff, included a lot of other things. Not just the helicopter crew. It involved like a huge amount of steps of the process, dealing with things in a trillion different ways. So the like millions of dollars number, I think is, I don't know if I would necessarily say inflated, but I think when people were describing the project, they were only describing the helicopter part and then putting the dollar value on, which I might have also done. So it makes it sound like that was just for the helicopter portion, which I don't think is true. I think there was like paying native tribes and doing a variety of other things.
Wow, apparently Netflix video quality is like all over the place right now. Is the main event happening now?
It's being streamed on Netflix?
Yeah, I thought it was a Netflix deal.
Oh, wow. Has Netflix ever had a fight before?
I don't know. I mean, Netflix does all kinds of stuff, so who knows?
I don't know.
See, people are saying not yet. Oh, it's the women's fight now. Well, I mean, that is the only real fight.
It's on
That's
Netflix.
like an actual main event. That's apparently like an important fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the like actual like legit fighters and
Yeah.
stuff fight.
Yeah.
Quality is
rematch?
apparently terrible. Yeah. Linus likes cat fights confirmed. No, I don't. I'm not really like a combat sports watcher. But I know that Andrew is.
I really liked watching GSP.
One of them is Irish, and I also know that. Apparently this has been the whole circus show that is accompanying this women's fight has been very helpful in promoting women's boxing. So
okay.
I think that's really cool.
Sure.
So that's where I'm at on that.
I liked watching GSP because it felt very technical. That kind of got me interested in jiu-jitsu. That was a big thing that led me into starting to actually train jiu-jitsu, was like seeing like, oh, this is like, I don't know. Anyways, doesn't really matter.
I watched a sick like half-hour YouTube documentary on this guy.
Okay.
He is an incredible story. I'm not into combat sports. I don't really care. But Butterbean is like officially my hero.
Oh, it's Butterbean. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him immediately.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where like I can definitely appreciate certain characters or styles, and I can definitely get behind like an underdog nobody story and stuff like that. But it's not. I don't know. It's not like my thing. I don't follow it closely or anything like that. Wow. MPOC Nor 47 says Netflix won't even load Midwest US. I mean, that's the thing. I think people don't. I think people, for the most part, don't understand what a fine balancing act infrastructure is.
It's also streaming. They do a lot of VOD.
How razor thin the margins are in this industry in some ways, and how hard fought the efficiencies you gain are, and how dialed in and tuned your architecture is for your anticipated load, for your typical use case. Like
Langley Man said, Langley PC has 4K Netflix. So it's probably not a origin issue. It's probably more of an edge issue.
Yeah. So it could be that where you are, all of a sudden there's like a huge influx of Netflix users, for example.
Taking it down.
Possibly.
That's crazy. That's genuinely pretty crazy that Netflix is struggling under this. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but also it surprises me, and also doesn't, because
I mean,
that's a thing.
You see, like
some big game will come out.
Yep.
And like, oh my God, everyone, like half of the Eastern Seaboard is like internet speed is slowed to a crawl. Like these things do happen, not often anymore. And credit to the folks who design and maintain these systems, but it's a thing, guys.
Yeah.
And like Lou said, live
is tough. Live sucks.
So much harder. Like, yeah, I paid for Sportsnet when during the playoffs last year, and like, yeah, I was freaking annoyed that the video quality was so crap.
It was kind of like, and didn't the player suck too? I remember I don't
especially
remember
for like how much. Well, one of the details was that you figured out how to pirate streams just exploiting their player. So that's one thing. That sucks about it. Like we literally have better DRM than Rogers Sportsnet, which is pretty embarrassing.
I learned so much about online video from doing that.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to try to steal it from my own platform. And then you can just do that for everyone else's. Yeah, you learn.
Pretty funny. Anyway, like I remember being annoyed about it, but on the flip side, I mean, for how much they're charging, I should definitely have gotten better video quality. But on the flip side, I do understand that streaming video is really freaking hard.
It's tough.
All right. What are we supposed to be talking about right now? The EU fined Meta nearly 800 million euro over Facebook Marketplace. They're saying they violated EU antitrust rules by tying Facebook Marketplace to their social network Facebook, which gives Marketplace an unfair advantage over rival classified ad services. The EC also found that Meta exploited data gathered from Facebook users to benefit Marketplace, further solidifying Marketplace's position and hampering competition. This includes using personal data to display personalized ads on Marketplace.
That makes sense.
The EC asserts that Meta's anti-competitive behavior limits choice and innovation in the online classifieds market, that consumers face fewer options and potentially higher prices.
I will say before there was like a bunch of options, and now everyone just uses Facebook Marketplace.
But what I will say is I use Facebook Marketplace because it is way better than everything that came before. Everything before was pretty much terrible.
Text on a page.
And
HTML sites.
The integration with Facebook and tying it to a real identity and a real user account where you can like rate someone's transaction and it like appears on their real like actual identity, assuming that they are using a real account. There's obviously fake accounts, but I'd like to think I can tell the difference pretty easily. That is a fundamental... What?
You're talking about how they're kind of crappy sites, and this stat has just always floored me.
They make that much?
50 employees, annual revenue, 694 million. They just rake it in and always have, and then just what should we do with the website? I don't know. Just make it
I love Craigslist.
a text site with HTML links.
It's what Google should have stayed as.
It's so basic.
I love it. You back off my Craigslist.
Craigslist is a stunning company and website that just people don't really think about.
Man, and they don't even have like sex work anymore.
Yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Oh, 100%. That was the only reason Craigslist existed.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as I could tell.
Yeah, it began in 1995, so it's been running for 29 years. Revenue $660 million.
Wow. Okay.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Just one of those companies that it doesn't get talked about a lot and just rakes it in. Anyways, sorry.
Okay. Cool. So, anywho, yeah. So I don't know. On the one hand, yeah, they're right from an antitrust standpoint. They're like 100% right. And I wish that other jurisdictions enforced antitrust the way the EU has started cracking down on it. It would absolutely be a good thing. I don't have much hope for the next little while as far as that goes. But hey, Lena Khan, we're rooting for you over here.
Please hold on.
Yeah.
I know there's nothing you can really do about it, but please.
From my point of view, at least for now, until Facebook abuses their position, Facebook Marketplace has been a very good disruptor. I love Facebook Marketplace. I think there's things that they could do better.
What's the differentiating things that you like?
I like that it's tied to an actual profile that you maintain and care about that is a reflection of your personal image. I think that improves accountability. Compared to the number of times I've been ghosted on something like Craigslist.
Do you ever try to sniff out if an account is real or not?
Mm-hmm. I like that messaging is integrated. Mm-hmm. That's super convenient. Mm-hmm. It's on an app that I already have on my phone and already use, so another layer of convenience.
Craigslist emails are a little annoying.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that so many people don't include any way to reliably contact them. Like people don't like putting a phone number on Craigslist for obvious reasons, but if you don't have a phone number, I mean, the best you can hope for is maybe 24-hour return round trip times for communication. It's not fast enough. Yeah. So I like the immediacy of arranging things. I like that maps and locations are just integrated into the platform. People have to say where stuff is on Craigslist, but it's not validated in any way. Whereas Facebook, it's like your location that you've selected at some point, and it's just like part of the whole listing, is my understanding. I'm actually not sure about that last one, but everything else that I've said are things that I love about Facebook.
The
Marketplace.
The instant messaging makes trolling people that post things for free or $1 and actually want it for a lot more very fun.
I'd love to see Facebook crack down on that. I'd love the ability to report anyone who puts a price that isn't the actual price. But that's probably the only area where I would like to see them innovate, where it would be a meaningful change. And then at that point, it would be basically perfect for me. I wouldn't need anything else.
I know they're a sponsor, but like they're not sponsoring this. I think they're pretty much just doing computers and stuff.
Jawa?
But Jawa seems pretty good.
Yeah, they only do computer hardware though. And
that's a little limiting.
Not everything that I buy, sell, trade
computer hardware.
Is computer hardware.
But I had for Scrapyard Wars, I had a genuinely good experience.
What's cool about Jawa is because it's so focused on computer hardware, you can have like filters, and you can have it's more like a shopping experience for used hardware. Yeah. And there's absolutely a place for stuff like that. But when it comes to just random stuff, I need like scrap wood.
Yeah. Yeah. That's got to be hyper local too.
Yeah, exactly. Facebook Marketplace is the solution for that.
Yeah. Valve. No, I know the Valve one. I talk about that on Wench all the time. Valve's like the most profitable tech company there is per employee.
By East One
says not close.
That stuff's annoying on sites like Zillow too. No, I don't want to see a listing for a brand new home for $0.
Dude,
show me
house
real
shopping
results.
Is so archaic. It just sucks.
As far as I can tell,
terrible.
As far as I can tell, the powers that be
have no interest
like
in
it that way.
Yep.
They absolutely like it that way because they want their commission and they want to be as necessary as possible for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, this is not like just some conspiracy theorist stuff or anything like that. This is just looking at the money, following the money, seeing where it goes and why, and going, oh, okay. It is in literally no one who's in a position of power has any motivation whatsoever
to make this better,
to make this a smoother, easier experience for the buyer.
All that
seller
would do is make it so that they circumvent you.
Yes,
that's it. So why do that?
Yep.
Because a lot of these sites, like they do even have ways to circumvent having a purchasing realtor.
Yeah.
Because there's ways to directly connect to the selling realtor. But yeah.
Yeah. No.
Anyways,
I don't want to talk about skeezy realtors. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I drank too much water.
I'll talk about an amazing topic while you're gone. Pizza Hut's pizza warmer warms pizza with PS5 exhaust.
Oh, I don't want to miss that one. Fine, do it without me.
I can go to another one.
No, do it.
The pizza warmer is a 3D printable device. Oh, so it's just a box that channels air. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. It's a 3D printable device. I don't know if you want to put your food on 3D printed.
3D prints are food safe exactly one time. Because the small pores trap bacteria and you cannot clean them.
Can you just put a plate in this thing, maybe?
That would probably...
Would you want to heat up a thing that goes around food that is 3D printed?
That should be... I mean, we're already full of microplastics anyway.
Shove more in there.
Yeah.
Why not?
No.
Let's go.
Or be able to extrude more out to make more pizza boxes. I don't know. Generally, who knows?
I want to see the microplastics.
I
want macroplastics in my system.
Check. I'm not a doctor of pizza science.
Anyways, while it's designed to keep pizza warm,
macroplastics. Yeah, thanks.
Using the PS5's exhaust heat, there are concerns about its ability to heat evenly. Additionally, placing
that's the main concern.
A plastic device near a heat source raises safety concerns, and obstructing the console's airflow could cause overheating.
The PS5 heating box does not heat very easily. 8 out of 10 on Tech Radar.
I was messaged this internally by a writer who is highly capable, in my opinion, of making a sick version of Pizza Heater version 2. And I'm sure I came across sarcastic, and I was mostly, but
Floatplane exclusive.
I hope that they take up the banner. I've always wanted to we
could do a collab
unironically go back and make one that's actually way overbuilt and super sick.
Most of the people here could have that done in 20.
There's so many people here now that could do that.
30 minutes.
I don't even mean 3D printing though. Make it sick.
Yeah, no, I mean do the design for a sick one.
Yeah. We have so many,
and we have every single tool
people now. Yeah. So I think it would be wicked if we were just
copper.
You know what? We're going to go back to this project that was genuinely terrible and make it really good.
I mean, there was the car. They did a car.
They've done so many things.
I don't know. It's such a weird marketing.
As far as I can tell, if you whisper project ideas near Sebastian, things just happen.
He's already texted me a couple times.
So.
It's got an aluminum trays. You're not eating the pizza off of the plastic. I didn't realize it sits on top. When I read this topic originally, I was imagining that it
top?
Yeah, I was imagining that it was like a tube that kind of came out of the back of the PlayStation and then wrapped around into a box. But it seems to sit on top.
Maybe we should click on the link and show people. Hold on. Wow. I know how to host a show sometimes.
Wow, the bare minimum.
Wait, it does sit on top. What are you talking about?
No, that's what it actually does. I thought it was a tube out the back. But I don't own a PS5.
On the side of the PS5?
The PS5 has a giant fan hole in the side of it.
Yeah, okay.
That dBrand made some plates to expose because they patented
vaguely
that
what
or
I
something.
expected.
Yeah,
so it goes all the way around it.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't look like it heats very easily, a garbage product.
Pulling inspiration from Pizza Hut's red roof, the lid seamlessly opens like a laptop for easy pizza access. Those things don't line up. What Pizza Hut roofs easily seamlessly open?
I also keep my pizza in laptops.
Designed to snugly affix to the top of your gaming console, they don't want to say PS4 or PS5, with a tray that fits several slices. It won't go anywhere, and you won't have to either. Oh, God. Channeling warmth from the gaming console's warm air pipe straight to your pizza slices. Science and engineering for the greater good. great pizza.
Maybe this timeline is okay. I like this a lot.
This is an all right part of it.
This makes everything okay. I feel much more like secure as a person now.
Can you approve a project for us doing? I don't have to be involved at all.
I feel so validated by the PS5 warming thing, by the way. Not a stupid idea, just bad execution.
Well, this
on
one's
our
not
part.
called heater.
I never pitched a heater. Okay, what do you want?
I think people at the company should actually make one that's like sick. We should do it. We have abundance of talent in that realm at this point. We could
wouldn't
absolutely
take
do it.
a lot of design time.
I absolutely think we should do it.
We should do it. It would be sick.
I'd be so down.
Yeah.
We'd have to figure out whatever the most like efficient way of capturing the heat is.
Totally. It should be like overly scientifically overly
CFD
built.
analysis. We would do flow calculations.
We could play around
So
with the fan
sick.
curves in the system to make sure that like our target temperature
It's like
is as hot as
somehow.
possible. So basically we'd basically run it at idle, or we'd run it fanless when it's at idle, so that we could keep the actual temperature of the CPU as high as
Nice.
possible.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be super down.
I think it's sick. You could probably even like work with Pizza Hut. Like imagine getting Pizza Hut to sponsor it and you just make like the PC version.
Yeah, you're into reaching out to brands and things now.
That'd be kind of sick, actually. Like unironically, it'd be kind of sick to work with Pizza Hut on this.
Do it.
I don't know if
Do
they do
it.
it. I certainly wouldn't work with Pizza Hut.
Why? You don't like their pizza?
Do you?
I don't know when the last time I had it. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just think they have a funny red hat.
That opens like a laptop.
Yeah. Pizza Hut is like not good pizza.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it doesn't
is
really
there-
matter.
Is there
at a certain point.
a pizza chain that would have, money to do sponsorship that does good pizza?
I don't know. I like Panago. Is
Okay.
Panago Canadian only though?
I think so. Pretty sure it's a Canadian company.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
At least it was when I worked there.
What just happened? I tried to load this site and what just happened? Okay, I'm trying to go to contact us. Okay. Man, remember when companies used to have an about us and it like said where they were based and stuff?
Yo, they're from Abbotsford.
No way.
What? The first 3 stores for Panago Pizza opened in Abbotsford in 1986. Abbotsford,
Look
British
at that.
Columbia. And operated
Mill Lake
under
Road,
the brand
Abbotsford.
Panagopolis 2-for-1 Pizza Place.
I remember when it was called Panagopolis.
Well, apparently the actual name was Panagopolis 2-for-1 Pizza Place, and then it changed to Panagopolis Pizza Place.
Huh.
And then it later changed to Panagopolis, so you probably saw it then.
Yeah.
And then it shortened to Panago.
That's crazy.
I didn't know about any of the previous names before Panago.
I had no idea they were just a local company. Crazy. The headquarters is down the road from Seven Oaks Mall. Okay. Well,
Wow.
there you go. So probably not Panago then.
I
but
mean, I don't think they are now. I think they're like nationwide now. But yeah, I don't think they're outside of Canada.
all right then.
They've always been pretty solid.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't think that pizza has to be something that I like personally endorse. It's just literally a warm object to keep warm. So maybe I don't care that much. Okay, so business team, if you're watching this, I'm open to working with whoever as far as the pizza goes. And it's not like I have to say
You're not
finger licking
their
good or
pizza
whatever.
is good.
Yeah, I think
No.
it's okay.
You're saying their pizza is being kept warm. Like it doesn't.
Collaborate with Pizza. Their pizza can serve as both a construction material and content. Yeah, okay.
Is Pizza also Canadian? I've never had Pizza.
It used to be called Little Caesars,
Oh, what?
right?
Really?
No, I think it's a separate brand, I think.
I thought that was their slogan, Little Caesars Pizza. That was like their thing, pizza, wasn't
Little
it?
Caesars was American though,
I know, but we had it here.
but Pizza is a Canadian brand.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
I know this.
Apparently,
yet
it's
I've
not
never
the
had
same
it, but
thing.
I do know
Pizza
this.
is East Coast. Wait, it's separate. They're different. Okay. I don't know. Little Caesars used to have pizza as their like jingle.
You know, I only know that Pizza is a Canadian brand because of Baby No Money. I was trying to figure out like how do I know this even though I've never been there, and that's why.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, pizza was just a slogan. Okay, well, shows you what I know. Speaking of things that I know, I gave bad advice for washing the backpack. In 2022, someone asked on the forum if the LTT backpack was washer safe. And Linus replied in the thread saying it's probably fine. Anything with lots of little hanging pieces should be placed in a mesh bag before putting it in the washing machine. This is as much for the safety of your washing machine as the garment. I don't think we officially advertise our bag as washing machine safe, but I'd be blown away if anything bad happened. If you run it on cold, do not put it in the dryer.
Turns out.
Hey, not sure if Nick has already messaged you about this, but can we please delete this comment from Linus ASAP? Context. Customer followed this recommendation to disastrous results.
You just scroll down and there's the photo.
Turns out it wasn't fine.
It's weird to me that it only really seems to have happened in that one spot. Like the rest of it looks.
I don't know how that would have happened.
Yeah, me neither.
But anyway, we only recommend spot cleaning. Machine washing is not recommended. The bulkiness of the backpack is likely to lead to it being damaged in the spin cycle or something like that. So you can mix water with a small amount of laundry detergent, use that to dampen a washcloth, and wipe clean, then allow it to air dry by placing it upside down in a well-ventilated space. I am blown away that something bad happened to it, but
and like that
we did replace the backpack. So
in that specific of an area, and like
trust me, bro, I will give you good advice, or I will replace your backpack.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
I wonder if what happened to that is the same thing that happened to one of my shoes, where you know how washers have those like the arm things, panels to help mix up the clothing. One of my shoes got stuck in between the sidewall and one of the whatever you want to call them. So like maybe the bag got like stuck in there or something. I have no idea, because that is weird and very oddly specific. I'm not sure how that happened. But anyways.
Anyway, trust me, bro, guarantee to the rescue. Apex Legends, Overwatch, and Fortnite all launch classic modes as gamers play the same games over and over and over and over. A recent study found that while the console and PC games market grew by 2.6% in 2023, 90% of new game revenue belonged to just 43 titles, most of which were live service games. So if you were wondering why live service games are everywhere, like a cancer,
that's why.
This is why.
It's gamers' fault.
5 games accounted for 27% of all playtime.
It's only gamers' fault.
Fortnite, Roblox, League of Legends, Minecraft, and GTA 5. 50% of time spent playing new games, a maximum of 2 years old, was on sequels like EA Sports FC. FIFA, they lost the licensing deal, haha. Nick Plouffe apparently worked on this one. NBA 2K, and Call of Duty. Apex, Overwatch, and Fortnite all came out over 5 years ago and are still going strong. Apex sees about 18 million active players monthly. Overwatch 2 sees about 6.4 million daily. Not on Steam. Apparently everyone hates it there. Fortnite sees about 3 million daily.
I have a really hard time believing
Overwatch 2 is bigger than Fortnite?
By over double? Yeah, I have a really hard time.
These all have citations. Fortnite.gg. That's a 24-hour peak, like just in the last 24 hours. So I'm sure they've had, they've definitely had bigger peaks. The point is just millions of players playing these old games. Remasters and remakes, also incredibly popular. Warcraft 3 Reforged was recently updated. Actually, I'm really excited about this one. Warcraft 3 Reforged got a 2.0. You can toggle between the old and new graphics, and it apparently like tries to fix a bunch of the issues. And this was released alongside remastered Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2. I kind of want to buy it. It's like $40. I don't know if I really want to give Blizzard Activision money, but I really want it. I tried to dig out my old Warcraft 3 disc, and I still have my key, but I lost my disc.
I'm sure you can find it.
But I have it in a like a file type that I no longer have any way to like mount to anything. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm sure you just want to buy it.
Damon Tools.
Anyway, Diablo 2 Resurrected, GTA Trilogy was recently updated to fix a lot of issues. Multiple years later, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Why, Nick Plouffe? Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That one is weird. It's
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Don't forget about the pixel remasters of the earlier Final Fantasy games that Luke is never going to get around to playing.
I will.
Anyway, the point is, it's a very long list. Recent video game remakes and remasters. What is basically our discussion question is,
there are plenty of games that needed a remaster. Horizon Zero Dawn was not one of them.
What is the deal with this?
Gamers suck.
Okay. Another reason, new AAA games are expensive, while free-to-play games are free.
Yeah.
A lot of these games are free to play. Not all of them are, but it's free to play a game you already bought, like a Minecraft, for example.
My issue isn't at all with the playtime. My issue, I think, is with the revenue being so concentrated on live service. 90% of new game revenue were 43 titles, most of which were live service games. That's the part that stands out to me.
If you're still playing a live service game 5 years later, are you really playing the same game, though? I mean, the fact that they had to release classic modes at all sort of suggests that, or acknowledges
I kind of do agree with that.
That the game has changed enough. And that's their whole model, right? Is to keep taking that money that they're making and putting it into new content that keeps people engaged. Now, that can obviously manifest in sort of
really negative ways,
manipulative ways.
Yes.
But on paper, the idea is not that crazy. It's almost like episodic gaming, but more money and more effective, I guess.
Yeah, and to be clear, like, you know, if you play some free game a ton, spending an amount of money on that game that you think is comparatively worth the time that you spent on it in order to reward the dev, I don't think is necessarily bad. But I also know people personally that, like, back in 2015 had spent over $2,000 on League of Legends. It's just like, bro.
Avon Fox
relax.
Makes a really good point here. Intellectual lock-in. Once you've put that much time into getting good, leaving the game feels like wasted time, and it's not fun to suck.
I think that's part of it, and I think it's not fun to suck, and people are so sweaty these days. Like, wow, like genuinely spending your evening just sitting in an aim trainer all night is not a thing that anyone would have done when we were growing up, and if you did, people would have shamed you.
Like, there were custom
so
maps
bad.
and stuff for things like Counter-Strike or whatever.
Sure.
But that was abnormal. That was something that, like, people who want to go pro do or something. That was not something that average gamers would do.
Most of the custom maps for Counter-Strike were like Warcraft 3 mod, so you'd get like lightning bolts that go along with your M4 shots and stuff. Like, it was, I don't know, it was a totally different world.
No, I mean, there were like aim-oriented.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, now a lot of them are like that. Back then, they were weird little fun games.
Like, that's not, I don't know, man. That's not fun to me. That's like another job.
Yeah. I tried it once and was like, I'll just be worse, I guess.
Okay, crazy side tangent, or not tangent, but a bit of a reach here.
Sure.
Are we attaching more importance to our accomplishment and our hobbies because we're feeling less fulfilled by our work? Are we looking for fulfillment somewhere?
So likely that it's frustrating.
I couldn't prove this.
I think that's right, though. I mean, there's been so much commentary about how there's no real progression. You can't. Not only is there no real progression in your work, you're not going to be able to progress financially in your personal life. You can't afford to buy a home, for example. You can't afford to buy or really own anything.
So is this like people who dress up their dogs and stuff because they can't afford kids?
It's something to be able to measure. It's something to be able to grow and be good at.
Achieve. It's an achievement.
Yeah. Definitely maybe. I know, like, there's the whole male pattern anxiety thing. I don't know enough about this. I might say something wrong. Go figure it out yourself.
Yeah, go watch a different podcast if you want to hear knowledgeable people.
Yeah.
The WAN show is the WAN show. It's always going to be the WAN show.
We talk about ramming.
But that we know about. But.
The whole male pattern anxiety thing is that, and again, please go look this up. Don't take me at my word. But average male anxiety and average female anxiety are different things. Obviously, there's crossover, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of men tend to get anxiety spikes because of not being able to enact positive change. If they feel like they can't improve their environment, if they can't improve their work, if they don't have agency to try to drive things forward.
Rob Dog here says, what am I actually even achieving in my 40-hour work week? My hobbies, I do much better.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem for a lot of people. They have, I don't know what they're called, like ghost jobs or whatever. That's like a very real thing. I don't know. It sounds pretty likely. Sounds pretty likely to me, especially with how seriously people approach it. Because that's the biggest change that I've noticed.
Yeah. And
it's like you could try to be good, but you were playing a game. Now you're trying to be good, and it's like life or death.
Like I was lucky, you know, I happened, it's not like I planned to work at a company where progression was possible. Like I got a little lucky. I worked hard. I earned my promotions, obviously. But what I was lucky in being able to do was having the opportunity to earn a promotion. That's not always possible.
Yeah.
Whether you have an obstructionist boss or whether you just have a corporate structure or a union structure that rewards time, you know, rather
there might
than
also just be nowhere up to go.
Yeah, or you're in a company, so you can be in a company that's either too big or too small to properly recognize, you know, the exceptional work you're doing. There can be a thousand reasons why career progression is not a thing, and so I don't relate to this, but I can understand it, if that makes sense. Like, what would I have spent my energy on if every day I clocked in, did the same damn thing, and clocked out? I'd want to achieve something. I'd want to feel like I had power over something. But like for me, my job is what gives me fulfillment, but I also have the privilege of having a job that can give me fulfillment. And I think
that is a notable, not necessarily very common privilege at this point.
No, I see that. And I do think that there's a push and a pull. I do think that
sure.
Part of it is a structural problem, and I do think that part of it is an attitude problem. I think that it's a spectrum. There's going to be cases where it's 100% on the structure of this organization.
I know people in my personal life that I've talked to about their work life, and they'll complain about how they can't progress, and then they'll also talk to me about the stuff that they do at work, and I'm like,
and there are situations where it's 100% because you're phoning it in. But I think, as is almost always the case, the truth probably lies somewhere in between.
Yep.
For most people. But yeah, it's just, it's made gaming kind of not fun for me, to be honest with you, because I don't have time to be sweaty, and I don't have the wherewithal to be sweaty.
It's also, I mean, we've talked about this extensively on WAN Show, but the cheating problem is crazy now. Shroud was fairly recently quoted saying that he thinks in random pickup games on Counter-Strike, the chance that you have a cheater in your lobby is essentially 100%.
Really?
We know that effectively to be true with Tarkov.
Yeah.
It's like if you're playing a shooter game, you're going to have cheaters all over the place.
It's like cheat or be cheated, essentially, at that point then.
Like it gets
which is sad.
Pretty brutal.
That's a completely sad state of affairs.
I used to love playing online shooters, and like you always knew that was a problem. That had been a problem since when we were kids, but it was. I don't think I was just naive to it. I think it was way more blatant. You were either very obviously cheating or you weren't, and now it's like a lot of the cheats are a lot more subtle. It's like, okay,
better situational awareness.
Yeah.
You can't catch that on a kill cam.
And people are like kind of trained on trying to hide it now. Like it's and the barrier of entry doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time a major streamer got caught cheating.
Oh,
which, given how many of them got caught cheating in the old days, or maybe it just doesn't make headlines anymore.
Yeah. Okay. No, seriously. There's a YouTuber that has a series that has very many episodes in it that is just streamers getting caught cheating. Yeah.
Sad.
It's rough.
Well, I think it's time for...
Darn Clara, dude.
How is it that Dan leaves for like 30 seconds every time we actually need him today?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we kill time while we wait for WAN After Dark? People are talking about Netflix being like...
Is there any other topic
bad
we need to go over?
No, I don't think so.
The onion one?
Nah, I'm over it. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But it's apparently sort of unresolved now, so we'll let that kind of sort itself out.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Ankles, how long do you think it'll be?
I sprained my ankle at this doofus's party. I blame you. I blame you.
Fair enough.
Basically what happened was I used to play paintball all the time, and
Scratched a bit of an itch for me.
Yeah, it was fun. It was complicated. I made a concerted effort to have fun.
Go
ahead.
Public paintball fields, I've always had a problem. This one had more than I've had before. In one game, not even speaking for Linus, who had a worse experience than I did, I had to replace my you call them markers. I had to replace my gun, my marker, 3 separate times in one game. That's a little bit of a lot.
Yeah, especially for how long I was waiting for. I had to replace my marker 5 times across two matches, yeah. And I could have replaced it more times for the issues that I was having, just like sputtering.
I mean, I had that constantly. I didn't have a single gun that actually worked properly, but the worst that I would usually have was like every third trigger pull it would actually shoot, and then it's like, okay, I'll just shoot more.
In the first round, the second round of the speedball map.
Yes.
I coordinated with my team. I was like, okay, you and me are going to go this way hard. We're going to draw their fire, and we're basically just going to lay down cover. And you guys are going to go this way. My marker didn't fire one ball.
If this might pat you on the back too much, but I saw that movement happen, and I knew it was you. Because we've played paintball together before, but we've also played a lot of video games. So I know the type of strategizing that Linus will do. And I saw one person hang back at a barrel, which I guess was you. And I saw, I think 3 or 4 different people launch up one side all at the exact same side. I'm like, that's not normal human movement. That was a plan. I'm pretty sure I know who did that.
So the problem is that because I was shooting blanks, in more ways than one. There was no reason for anybody to duck, because there was no actual paint landing anywhere near them.
So they just
lit me up.
We did start noticing on other maps that even if your gun, the fact that when you get to this level of strategizing, it's kind of bad. But we noticed that even if your gun stopped functioning, it would still make the noise, and you'd get the puff of kind of smoky. So people would fake.
I ran out of ammo.
Yeah, people would fake and
it didn't work when I was on that first map. People figured out that I wasn't firing anything.
On the first map, it was.
I would have lit up between 4 and 6 people.
I think
I was. They were wide open because everyone was looking at my guys that were running up the other side.
It was just stacked oil barrels. So on the first map, people were ducking away more from the sound of the paintballs hitting the empty drums. On the future maps, that wasn't a thing.
Yes.
So it was more effective later on.
Yeah, but I would have been able to keep everyone's head down, and I would have been able to hit half a dozen people. But because I wasn't firing a single shot, instead, everyone's like, And so all these pubs at the field are like,
they were pretty bad.
And I got obliterated.
I got team killed on that map because I was so far up on one of the sides, trying to get far enough up that I could shoot you guys broadside basically. And I was on the side of the barrels because that was actually more defense than being behind them now. So I was on the side of the barrel, and I saw one of you, but I had to get back around to get an angle. So I come back around, and my chest is facing back at us and just square right in the middle.
Nice.
And I was like, what? They were literally at the first barrel next to the spawn, never moved ever. I had one opportunity to shoot someone the whole game, and it was me.
Nice.
Okay.
So anyway, back to the story. I used to play all the time, and I would just play in whatever ratty shoes I didn't care about destroying. So I never had any traction. Specifically, the organizer of this party, bless her, by the way, put in the thing, hey, make sure you wear hiking boots, do this, do that. And I was like, oh yeah, I never take my hiking boots for paintball. That obviously makes sense. I should just put on my hiking boots. So I brought them. Anyway, on the second map, I was trying to do a push. I was trying to grab a couple of the noobs that had barely fired a shot because they just hung around at the spawn. And I'll talk about why that is especially stupid at this place in a little bit. But they just hung around at the spawn. And I was like, okay, come on, let's go. Let's push. Okay, you guys are with me. Let's go. And so I was trying to get up ahead of them so that I could kind of cover them to get into a position that would be moderately useful. And I went sliding into cover, except I was wearing hiking boots instead of just garbage shoes.
Sudden traction.
Yeah. So, man, I immediately knew that I was very hurt. So that's why dBrand has all those videos of me hobbling around their facility with a cane, because I, at that point, thought it was probably a grade 2 sprain. I think now it's just a really bad grade 1. I was on the badminton court last night, so this is about a week later, and I would describe my strength as about 30%. And my range of motion is 100% with only a little bit of pain. But if I try to actually put any load on it, it's probably like a 4 out of 10. Like it's still pretty painful. I have a tournament coming up, so I'm super especially not stoked because I was wanting to be like training a few times a week and like getting some last minute, feel in. And now I'm just upset pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about why this field is trash. And I'll be naming names because I'm actually super mad.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Boom, get roasted.
Some of the ways in which Delta Force paintball in Maple Ridge is trash are subjective. So it's here. Hold on. Let's get the right location here. Delta Force in Canada. Hold on. What is this? Calgary. Okay, here we go.
The website is mapleridgepaintball.ca.
Here we go. Okay. So some of the reasons that this location is garbage are subjective. For example, it's a 50 cal field, which basically means that the paintballs are smaller.
For the uninitiated, that's going to sound big because of rifle rounds.
Yeah, but standard paintballs are 68 cal, so quite a bit larger. Now, the benefit of 50 cal is that it's friendlier for like children and people who are so that's good. It makes it a little bit easier to go do your like stag or corporate event or whatever else there. But it comes with some very objective problems. So one of them is that because they have less mass, they don't carry in a straight line for as long.
Yeah, wow, they were inaccurate.
Well, there's multiple issues there.
Yeah.
So, okay, sure. Let's talk about the inaccuracy. So they're inaccurate, and here are the other contributing factors to the inaccuracy. I don't know how good the regulators are, but none of our air tanks were full. So they were kind of like, they were full-ish. The barrels are garbage on those rental markers, which is pretty typical, but they were garbage rental marker barrels. And then number 3 is, as far as I could tell, looking at their prep area, their process for maintenance and cleaning was to like hose things down essentially. And like they'd use a dirty barrel squeegee and be like, okay, you're good to go. They actually got mad at me for taking my barrel off, being like, this is wet. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, bro, it's wet. There's absolutely no possibility whatsoever of a paintball coming out of this going in a straight line.
Linus got in trouble.
Yeah.
The guy
anyway,
kind of snipped out and was like, don't take the barrel out.
So they're inaccurate. Problem number 2 is that because they have less momentum, inertia, kinetic energy. Let's go with that. Because they're carrying less kinetic energy, but they have the same thickness of shell with less overall weight and a higher shell to goo ratio, they're far less likely to break when they hit you. So in many cases, they can actually end up hurting more.
One of the maps, the most fun map that we had, I didn't really like the game modes that we did. It felt designed to...
Well, I can get into that.
...expend your paintballs. But
yes.
Anyways, one of the maps was they call it capture the flag, but it's really raise the flag. So you had to pull on a rope and raise a flag. And... One of the ladies that wasn't in our group ran up to the flag and started pulling it up. My brother just shot a million times, and she was like reacting to all the shots, but the paintballs weren't breaking. And the field rules were if the paintball doesn't break, you're not out. So she got shot a ton of times, and it probably hurt quite a bit. But we like won the round because the paintballs didn't break. Sure. My brother was just like, "What?" Anyways,
for context, they were on different teams.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's issue number 2 with 50 cal. Issue number 3 is kind of tied into what Luke just said, where the game modes appeared to be designed to make you expend as much paint as possible. So they did like constant respawning over longer rounds. They Part of this is just new player behavior, so I can't really blame the field for it, but they have you so far away with this paint that is inaccurate and doesn't break that because you're a novice player and you don't understand, you have to get closer to actually get a kill.
It was also difficult because I find the 50 cal, it was really hard to tell. On the first map, the speedball map, you could kind of tell if you were hitting because you could hear it hit the drums. But it's so hard to see. Like normal paintball, whatever.
It makes a big mark.
Normal to me paintball, you can see a big mark.
68 cal is normal.
I can also often see the projectile, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I can tell if I'm firing properly. With the 50 cal, I couldn't tell if I was hitting or not. So I had to kind of like shoot at someone for a little while and be like, no, okay, I think they're out of range, and then move closer.
So now problem number 3 is that you can fit so many paintballs into your hopper that it's easy to just like use everything without really thinking about it. But that's as much a player issue as it is anything else. My let's call this my real number 3 is that because 50 cal is a bullshit standard that nobody uses except crappy fields for like crappy rental markers, there's a handful of conversion kits that I'm aware of, but for the most part, none of the custom decent equipment. And I don't even mean high-end stuff. Like I never had a high-end marker. I have an A5. It's just like a beater, huck it into the back of the car,
pretty standard. Like
drop it in the mud and pull it out, wipe it down and keep going marker.
Tippmann?
Yeah, Tippmann A5. No decent marker is available in 50 cal. No decent barrels are available in 50 cal. So I do understand why fields want to disincentivize these like gravy seals from showing up at the field with their fully auto.
That can be very annoying.
Their fully auto markers,
super annoying.
Their crew of everybody in, camo head to toe with a case of paint each and just like, light everybody up. Like that's not fun for new players. It kind of destroys the balance of the game. I 100% get that. But the flip side is I can't even use anything that fires reliably because like I had my A5 in my trunk. It literally can't even use it because of their garbage field and their garbage 50 cal markers. Yeah. So those are my issues with 50 cal. My issues with the field are many. They do have pricing on their website. You can see if you go into pricing, you can hold on. Hello.
There's probably a lot of people on it right now.
Yeah. So there's okay. Hold on. So we've got packages, so you can have a look at adult paintball prices. So you can see. Here's your $19.99 admission includes 4 to 5 action-packed games. Blah 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 blah. Packages on the day. You can get the recruit pack, commando pack, black ops pack, shows you all the things. You get gloves, a green guard, blah, 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 gets all this stuff. Sorry, what? A half case for 160 Canadian dollars?
Yeah.
They warn you, they tell you on the day. Remember, I was with a group and a lot of people will be. I was there with a group. So they tell you on the day.
I believe it happened. I didn't hear it.
The paint it costs more after your first round. So you got to buy your package ahead of time. But what they don't tell you is that everyone in your group has to buy the same package. So if not everybody wants a Black Ops pack with 1,000 paintballs, TS,
and
basically.
500 rounds sounds like a ton until your guns are incredibly
for the
inaccurate.
Basic recruit pack. Yeah.
Until your guns are incredibly inaccurate and they have no range. So you're like test firing 80% of your rounds and your guns are incredibly inconsistent.
Not 80%, but a lot.
And your guns are incredibly inconsistent, so you can't actually tell if they're even working or not half the time. So you end up over-firing a ton.
And I'm going to get to the very worst part. So the paint is ludicrously expensive, which again, I actually do understand. The argument that I've heard for expensive paint at friendlier fields is that if you have those guys with their fully auto markers showing up and essentially playing speedball with...
Kind of nerf them a little bit.
With fish in a barrel, you're basically trying to make it so it's like ding, nickel, ding, nickel, ding. So it makes people theoretically conserve ammunition, and it makes those like speedballer guys avoid those fields, which is a more noob-friendly environment or a more intermediate-friendly environment. So different fields are tailored to different groups, and there will be days at some of the good fields, I doubt Delta Force does this, but there will be days at some of the good fields where it'll be like a bring your own gun only day, and the paint's cheaper, for example. So I'm on board with that, but $160 plus tax. So the total charge to my credit card was $180 for 1,000 rounds is utterly ludicrous.
It's crazy.
Pricing. Ludicrous. They couldn't even give me a full case for that. They gave me half a case.
And like there's a bunch of stuff that comes with it if you buy ahead of time, and if you buy it after the fact, you just get the paint. And then you go, holy crap, that's expensive. Then they throw in like a couple little random little extra things.
Like here's for context. Here's a 2,000 count case of Marbleizer from Empire, which I don't know if this is premium paint. It probably isn't, but I recognize the brand. I haven't really played in a long time, so whatever. The point is $65. So the markup on their cheap-ass 50 cal, remember, less paint even, the markup on their cheap-ass 50 cal compared to Badlands is, what's the math on this? So it'd be like $32.50 for 1,000 at Badlands. So they're essentially charging me, what does that work out to? Like 5 times the price? Ridiculous.
Almost exactly.
And I haven't even told you guys the worst part. They don't count headshots.
Yeah.
That is beyond a shadow of a doubt designed to make it so that you just are plink, plink, plink wasting paint at each other. Because marker shots count, but headshots, and they didn't even mention that, I had to ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Headshots do not count. 75% of the exposed opponent is their head. All you see is a hop or a barrel, which you're not hitting with these useless markers.
Yeah, definitely not.
And their head.
Yeah.
So pretty much...
Also, the safety...
Never go there.
The safety presentation...
Sales pitch.
I don't remember anything that was about safety other
Sales
than
pitch.
headshots don't count. And then, and I don't think I'm exaggerating this time, 80% of it was a sales pitch or more. Crazy. That being said,
and I was also...
due to no positives of the field itself, I had a pretty great time.
Yeah. Yeah, I had fun.
Paintball is just fun. Running around in a field with an objective is fun.
I got pretty mad about the number of times that my marker didn't work.
Yeah.
And I had just bought a case of paint for the group, so I had just spent like almost $200. And I sat out for probably a third of that round. Actually, probably more. Just like waiting around for like a replacement marker. Because so many people were getting replacements. So I walked off. I was basically like, look, I think that I should get a partial refund with all due respect. You
couldn't even play. You only get 3 rounds. You can't play.
This is ridiculous. I've had to replace my marker 5 times over 1.5 rounds at this point because I walked off during the middle of the second round. I was like, this is ridiculous. And also I had hurt my ankle. So I was like, I think I should get a partial refund. Like I'm done. And it wasn't even my money for the refund. Like it would have gone to the organizer who, bless her, did an amazing job of putting together an extremely special party for Luke, which was really cool.
Genuinely really freaking cool.
Yeah. So anyway, and they were basically just like, no, we're not interested. They blamed it on the weather.
After buying the expensive case.
And I have played plenty in adverse weather conditions. If your markers are maintained properly and not complete garbage in the first place, they will operate just fine on a misty day like we had. Like, yeah, if you don't clean or dry anything, yeah, obviously, like, balls are going to curve or whatever else. But the way the guns were not firing at all, or they were sputtering, and you'd cock them back, and there's just like so much paint casing just like caked into these things that you can't even properly pull the bolt all the way back, or it'll go all the way back and it'll get wedged there and stuff. Like, it's just poor maintenance. Don't fucking tell me that it's because it's misting. And also, if it's misting in Vancouver, that's a pretty normal condition, so you should probably account for it. So yeah, I left them an absolutely scathing review on Google Maps, and you Delta Force paintball.
There's also, I don't know if you were there when we figured this out, but a bunch of the Google reviews talk about how they incentivize leaving 5-star reviews.
Yeah, they have no access to free water on site. They don't have running water, and they'll give you bottled water if you leave a 5-star review right in front of them.
Yeah.
So some of the negative reviews point that out. They're like, don't believe the 5-star reviews. They tried to get us to give them a positive review by essentially bribing us with free water.
Yeah, because I haven't gone paintballing very much, but I've gone some amount of times. Probably half the amount of times I've gone have been with Linus. But I haven't had a field experience that bad before. So I was stunned when I saw the rating was so high. And then somebody in the group found that they had, there was a bunch of the low rating reviews were like, I saw someone leaving a 5-star review because of getting a free bottle of water or whatever else, which is ridiculous because it's effectively a paid review at that point. Anyways.
Apparently the fight's starting. So should we just give up on retaining people on WAN show at this point?
Probably.
8:30.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
So in 1 minute. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, Dan, do you have any merch messages for us to kind of blow through here?
Yeah, sure. Let me do the after dark while you get in position there.
Heck yeah.
Greetings, DLL. Waiting for cargo pants to come back in 32. I was wondering why LTT on the YouTube mobile app has picture-in-picture without a premium membership. Can't do this on any other YouTube channel.
Apparently it was a pilot program that they applied to our channel or something. That's what I saw on Reddit. I don't actually know anything about this. I don't remember anything. So
no
there
idea.
you go. By the way, I got you something.
Me?
Yeah.
Your sweater? What is this?
Oh my god. This is horrible. I suck.
Oh, nice. Nice.
These CoffeeZilla shirts arrived 1,000 years ago.
They've just been sitting on set.
And they've just been sitting on the set. I keep forgetting to bring them out. So this was from speaking of the Paul brothers, this is funding CoffeeZilla's legal battle with, which Paul is he fighting with? I think it's Logan Paul.
CoffeeZilla?
Yeah, Logan Paul. Yeah, it's Logan Paul. So the one that isn't fighting Mike Tyson. So there you go. And it says, I used to like CoffeeZilla until he investigated me, which I thought was pretty funny because he actually did upload an investigation of me at one point, but I still like him.
I went to Micro Center recently, and I noticed that the OLED monitors looked much worse than the OLED TVs I see on display at Costco. Is this a Windows issue, or are OLED panels just that different?
It's probably a Windows HDR issue. OLED monitors should look pretty good. Might have been a content issue as well. Not everyone setting up a retail display knows what the crap they're doing.
Long-time listener, first-time merch messenger. I don't think we're calling them that anymore, but okay. How has your experience been maintaining both a forum versus a Discord server? What led to the creation of the LTT Discord?
We don't really maintain the Discord server, to my knowledge. I prefer forums. I never really go on the Discord, but I still use the forum.
I've been on the Discord a couple times, I think.
I don't know. It just kind of moves too fast for me. I'm too old.
There's the float plane chat on the Discord, so I lurk that. But I'm traditionally a lurker, like OCN back in the day, NCX forums back in the day, all that kind of stuff. I didn't really post much, just kind of hung around.
Long time listener, first time cocker. Love it. Thanks, float plane chat.
They're one of the chats of all time. Hey, the genius, the bird whisperer, and Linus. Gotta butter up the curator.
Yeah, well, it worked.
No, I hate that. To Linus, genius, bird whisperer, do you really just reheat your family's Friday night dinner when WAN goes really long?
I mean, Friday, I'm never there for dinner. So realistically, that's one of the nights that they have something I don't like. So I'll just have breakfast cereal for dinner.
I have
or
food
I'll
prep.
make a tray of cheese Triscuits.
I have food prep, so I go to the fridge and go into microwave, 3 minutes, eat. Cottage cheese,
I think I'd rather die than eat cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, chicken.
It actually has the consistency of vomit, and I can't abide it.
What's the name of bok choy, cottage cheese, chicken, rice. Frank's Red. Terrible? Add the Frank's Red? Good.
Huh. Interesting.
Hi, LL and Dan. It's the day of my cousin's wedding, and I got a cold just to mess with my day. What's the most inconvenient time you've gotten sick? At the wedding reception right now, it's a hoot.
Inconvenient.
The most recent Scrapyard Wars.
Oh, yeah, that was super inconvenient.
That sucked.
Inconvenient time I've gotten sick. Wasn't I sick at LTX once? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I just, I don't have time to be sick. So it's, like I usually just work through it. I did take a sick day this week, but that's pretty...
Just like one.
That is pretty unusual.
Wasn't it Monday?
For me.
Does that even count if it was Monday?
Yeah, Monday's my work from home day, but I was supposed to be in office this Monday, I think. No, I was at dBrand this Monday. I was in Toronto this Monday, and I was still not feeling 100%, but I just... Yeah. It was like, yeah. No, it was last Friday. And I just still came in for WAN show. So,
yeah.
I think that was it. Or maybe it was Thursday. I don't know. The point is inconvenient sickness. There's some really funny videos. I think there's like an Asus monitor video from years and years ago where like my voice is like super low, like frog croaky. I missed a shoot on Thursday. That's what it was. Last week I missed a shoot on Thursday because I was sick. And we've actually got a clip of me calling in sick. Yvonne's got her phone next to me. My voice is hilarious. Like, it's one of those situations where when you call in sick, you call and you say hello, and your boss is like, "Oh, you're sick. See you in a bit."
Yeah.
Yeah, like I sounded horrible.
It was a different era. You know, pre-COVID was actually a very different time. It's hard to reframe and remember what things were like, so I'm just prefacing it with that. But at one of the PAX Easts, I was sick, and I didn't know about, syrup at that time, and I don't think, I had enough to do anything like that. But I had Buckley's.
Oh boy.
And candy, little sugar candy O-ring looking things. And before every major take, I would take some Buckley's and an O-ring. And then I'd just go for it. And I was just one-shotting every single video. So every major take was essentially a whole video. And then we would go to the next one, and then like I couldn't talk, and then I would take some Buckley's and eat the gummies so that I could get rid of the like cringe basically, and then just send it and do another video.
I thought we got slamming lean.
We did. That's basically
crazy.
Yeah. I don't think it was enough to like actually do anything.
Wow.
Because I was just taking like little bits. I don't think it was enough.
Yeah.
Years later, I heard about that and was like, huh.
That's just what you did.
I wonder if that affected me. I don't think it was actually enough to really do anything.
No,
but
you need very specific brands of codeine, sort of.
But you like.
I don't know anything about this. Shut up.
You couldn't understand me talking, and I had to host videos, and there wasn't really another solution. I wasn't going to not host the videos, so it was like, okay, we're just doing it.
I'm trying to think what's like a crazy thing I've missed because of being sick, but nothing comes to mind. I also just have a mind like a sieve, so who knows for certain things.
Hey everyone, my company is currently running an insane cost savings program and cut our Microsoft Office licenses to browser use only. What are your thoughts on cost savings that result in unproductivity?
Well, they aren't really cost savings then, are they?
Yeah. You're shifting expenses. I mean, it is a big decrease in cost, but it's a big decrease in cost of like $10 a person. So
per month.
Yeah, and it depends on like what you're doing. It also depends, like, not to call you out, in certain cases it could be a user issue where like the browser thing might be fine. Now, if you're doing advanced stuff with Excel, that is not true. The local version just is better. So I don't know. For you, maybe it is actually nerfing you, but I think sometimes people just hate change, and there's a significantly cheaper way to do certain things, and sometimes you just got to kind of catch up. I think both can be true. Yeah. I can also understand, like, if an employer is...
Better to cut office than to cut...
Exactly. If they're having a really hard time making ends meet for a while and they're like, well...
Then you might want to be pretty supportive of the cost-saving measures that are that.
Don't involve people, yeah. So, like, try to make it work. That's all I can really say.
Hi, DLL. I just built an MFF PC with a BTF motherboard. There are very few cases and even fewer motherboards that support this standard. What do y'all think about the BTF standard? Is it a dead tech?
I hope it's not dead. I think it's kind of cool. It seems to be more of a thing in China than it is in North America, but I guess the only time will tell. The good news is that if you buy a case, most of the ones that I've seen that are back to front compatible with the rear connectors, like on the back side, are also compatible with regular boards. So you can build a BTF system now, and then you can just put a regular motherboard in your case if it doesn't end up being a thing. So it's something that doesn't really cost anything to buy into, other than just that it limits your case selection. I think it's cool though.
What's up with all these one-time drops recently, like the dip dye hoodie not having restocks? Also, any plans to do classic T-shirts again?
I don't know. I think we struggle sometimes, especially with apparel, to turn one-time buys into run rate business. And I think part of the problem has been that our SKU mix got too broad for a while there. Part of the problem is that we still have a lot to learn about marketing that isn't just leveraging our social channels and our YouTube channels. But the reality of it is those items that we sell through and then don't restock, we don't restock because they just don't have the demand to sustain another order at the large minimum order quantities. I think people underestimate how many of something you have to order when you're not just like paying slave wages to some poor Temu schlub to effectively like carbon copy one-offs, you know, like we can't just make 30 of something. We have to make 3,000 of something. So if it takes us 5 months to move through them, we're not going to reorder them.
Hi, LLD. I think I remember Luke mentioning the possibility of a Creator Warehouse gym bag. Any updates on whether this is still in progress?
He said he wanted one. We are not working on that right now.
Why not?
Because we can only do so many things, Dan.
It's fine. Hey, LLD, as long as you spend all your time working on tall shirts. Hey, LLD, my work did a team building exercise and got me thinking, what's the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself since starting LTT, and how has it impacted your choices for the brand?
We're not that far away. It's not that close, but we're not that far away from this being half of our lives. So almost everything.
Yeah. I mean, most of my adult life is Linus Media Group now.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of crazy to think about it that way, but it's totally true. More than half of my life is Yvonne era, and more than half of my adult life is LMG era. So,
you had a career level job before this. I didn't even. This is my first career level job. This is technically my first job out of post-secondary.
I think it's kind of cool that we think of it as a career level job now. You know, that wasn't how we felt about it in the early days.
That is very true.
That's an achievement unlocked, I suppose.
Yeah.
Man, what did we learn about ourselves?
I had a lot of growing up to do.
Me too.
That was a big thing for me. I had to kind of like tear down a version of myself and sort of rebuild.
Yeah.
Because I was like, certain ways that I'm like reacting to things, certain ways that I'm dealing with certain problems are just like not cool. Like I need to fix this. And that was not the easiest thing in the world, but I think I more or less did it. And that was largely driven by work, to be honest.
I've definitely made observations, but I don't know how many of them I didn't know because, to Luke's point, I had a job before. Like I even had like a somewhat of a leadership position before. I I've definitely had a lot of things confirmed. I don't suffer fools well. I can be a bit of a control freak. Those two things are pretty
You knew
related.
both of those, though. That wasn't a learning experience.
No, I was, like, a lot of the reason that we started LMG. I didn't want to work for someone who wasn't
You.
a mentor and didn't, I believe, have the capacity to be a mentor.
Someone said you've previously shared that you get hype about big challenges. Yeah, but I already knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely knew that.
Like a lot of core parts of who I am, I already knew. Like I would like to think that by the time you hit your 20s, you kind of know who you are as a person.
I've in some ways learned to be way more patient and keep my cards closer to my chest.
Yes.
But in other ways, I've completely lost my patience because I've just seen everything so many times. Like I can, in ways that only business owners can understand. I've seen so many train wrecks that the second the locomotive goes on the rails, I know what's going to happen, and it can be very frustrating for me to watch everybody else go, let's see how it plays out. And pain is nature's teacher, right? So
Sometimes you need to let it happen.
I've learned these lessons through pain, and I understand that the only way other people can properly learn them is through pain. But it can be exhausting to not have people just listen. But it doesn't work that way. People have to learn for themselves. And what's frustrating...
It's literally a management tactic where you have to kind of pick your battles there, where if you think, okay, I am 99% sure this is going to fail, they really want to try it, I don't think the impact on this is going to be super big, okay.
And what's really frustrating, though, is like as a business owner, right, is that their fail pain is not real. It's just like, I am morale sad. It didn't hit their wallet, They take home the same pay that day in a lot of cases.
It's also the equal and opposite of that, though, is when they have huge successes, it also doesn't hit their wallet.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's the dynamic, right? That's why a lot of people decide to take the paycheck, and why fewer people decide to take the entrepreneurial path.
Insulated from the ups and downs.
Yep. Not entirely.
Yeah.
But day to day, yeah, in a big way.
Next.
Sure thing. Hey, DLL, y'all got me buying hoodies every week.
Let's go.
The phone pocket is so nice. Who at LTT came up with it? And what other neat features have you creators come up with? And their dishwasher's still broken, apparently.
Oh, you should probably spend money on your dishwasher instead of an $80 hoodie, but...
how are they going to wash it?
$60 hoodie and a $20 t-shirt. Sorry. I don't remember. Nick would probably remember, but there is absolutely no way that he is doing anything other than watching the fight right now, and he does not want to talk to me right now.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
I don't know.
It was Linus. We're going to say was Linus.
I think it might have been me, but I'm not 100%
Did it come
sure.
did the original LAN hoodie have it? Were we inspired from that? No? Okay. I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
I could be wrong. You know what? I don't remember. It might have been me. It might have been Nick. It might have been Lloyd. It might have been just something we saw somewhere. I'm not sure.
Howdy, DLL, faithful VOD listener here. I'm repainting my room soon, and I'd like to know how you do edges. You said before that tape just slows you down. I'm curious how a master like you does it.
I'm not a master. I have a reasonably steady hand and an ounce of common sense. That's painting.
And highly opinionated.
Painting is not rocket surgery. Basically, you dip about this deep into the paint. You whack it against the sides of the can. It's called bang loading. Don't worry about it.
I'm saying nothing.
You hold it like a pencil.
Ram loading.
Okay, so not like this. Like this. And then you should be using I think it's called a sash brush. So basically where it's like, where it goes down, but it's angled at the bottom. And so the very longest part is the part that does the finest edge, and then you use the shorter part to kind of put on the bulk of it, and then you just paint a straight line.
I think the brush is something that I'd been missing for a long time. I didn't realize that there was a specific kind of angled brush that really helps with that.
Yeah,
That's good advice.
If you try and do that with just like a blunt, square brush, you're fucked. Like you can't edge like that.
Tools really help.
Yes.
And last one I got for you now. Hey, DLL, I live in the US and need to upgrade my GPU. With the looming potential tariffs, do y'all think I should get the 4000 series on Black Friday or still wait for the 5000 series?
Literally greenlit that video concept today. We're going to have a full video coming on that. I think Elijah's working on it.
That's all I got.
Well, then we'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. You going to go watch the fight at the watch party? Oh, no, you can't. You got to go do bird medicine.
Going home to do birds.
Dan, you going to watch the fight?
No. Maybe. Are they upstairs? Maybe. Oh, they're in lab.
downstairs. Yeah, they're in lab.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go say hi.
All right. Good luck, everyone. See you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
Apparently the anthem is starting right now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Literally starting right now, says chat. I might go something.